Hello there. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Hi. Oh my goodness. Just finished watching a movie and it was insane. I feel so awake now. I am alive and well. I stayed up all night. At one point I was feeling so tired, but now I can see clearly now. I didn't even have my protein shake yet. I had it next to me the entire time, thinking to myself, maybe I'll need this because it has caffeine in it. But nope. I was too invested. Holy cow. Ooh. Okay, I'll get her event story once I get to the Originium power plant. Phew. Oh gosh. What is the recommended level? I gotta prepare for that too. I gotta be strong enough. Because I want to see more lore for Surtur. But OMG, for the auto event. I wonder how this is gonna go. I want to bonk Kimbe. Stinky Kimbe. So now for symmetry. The audience bleeds on stage. The actor weeps in the audience box. Oh no, what's gonna happen on stage? Now I'm just thinking of Phantom's event. Uh-ohs. Tessai-san has been inside for quite a while. I'm starting to get worried. Don't worry about him. The old man in his forge is like you singing on stage, Hoshiguma punching someone, or me at a pachinko machine. Are you really good at pachinko? Trying to change the subject, Kichise takes a cookie from the plate in front of her and puts it in her mouth. Uh-oh, I've almost eaten all the cookies. Why are the cookies here? Ninomiya's classic Sissy Milk flavor? Is it Tessai-san's favorite? Death Surtur instead of Enfield didn't try rolling in her banner yet. Tetsuya used to like it. If Tetsuya realized what kind of man Kimbe was, he would have realized it long a time ago if he could. To be fair, Tetsuya followed Kimbe around. It's really just the effect. The root cause goes back to old man Tessai. If only Tessai had half your wisdom, Kichise-san. Ah, Kimbe. Kimbe? Go inside, Momoka. I'll hold him off.
Let's not rush into a fight, kiddo. My, how honored I am to be welcomed by the Oyabun himself. Where is Hoshiguma? She's enjoying the hospitality of my people and is unable to help you. Despicable scum. Blame yourself. I was trying to bait her with Moriuchi, but she bit the hook before I even had time to set the bait. But I don't like to kill unless I have to. There are more civilized times. These are more civilized times. I'm here to extend a sincere invitation to Chairman Tessai to attend my ascension ceremony.
You're... what?
You heard me. If Chairman Tessai will not hand over Kajimachi whatsoever, then I must take the small liberty of taking over the leadership of the Kinseki Kai. After all, the position is already little more than a figurehead. If you're too embarrassed to attend, you can simply hand over Hanya, and the ceremony can take place without you.
Hello. The eyes though, did something happen?
Hanya is not the symbol of succession, never was. It is if everyone believes it is. You favored Hoshiguma too much. You never even realized it, did you? Or did you choose to give Hanya to Hoshiguma before she went to Lungmen for the sole purpose of snubbing me? What did she have that I didn't, that you would detest me so? You think too highly of yourself. Yes, that is what I wanted to hear. It's not that I think too highly of myself, old man. You look down on everyone except for your beloved Hoshiguma.
He was salty. Their team Cole. Standing alone at the door, Mifune laughs. Momoka and Kichise slowly move back behind Tessai.
Perhaps your son would not have turned against you if I told you this sooner. Why bring up Tetsuya? Do you think I posed in order to pass leadership onto that kid? He's not made for it. I know he's another one you look down on. Enough talk. I may not be able to beat you, but it's not so hard to stall you until Hoshiguma gets back. This is my house after all. Also, it'll be a good chance to try out the reforged Hanya. Tameshigiri, wonderful. I have something to show you before that, though.
Mifune reaches into his clothes. Tessai keeps careful eye on his movements, but all Mifune does is take out a few photos, casually tossing them to the floor. Tessai catches a glimpse of one of the photos, which falls face up in front of him. Oh, it's gonna be the setup with the sun.
Tetsuya? Tetsuya. Such a good boy, he did everything I asked of him to the limits of his ability, whether he could ultimately handle it or not. For example, he really did find the Northern Court spy. Himself. Why you? I was surprised when I first saw the photos, but then it started to make sense. Tetsuya's mother may have missed her family in the north, but she steadfastly refused any approach to become a spy. Yet the mark of Hoashi was on all the weapons we, the Kinseki Kai, procured in secret. My fault, I suppose. The Kinseki Kai's TV station wasn't as powerful as it is now, and those who wanted a piece of the Kinseki Kai would have set upon the news like hungry beasts. Eventually, I helped you find a place for the weapons, but you had to take care of the aftermath. You're forced to place the blame on Tetsuya's mother, as you once placed it on Hoshiguma. To you, the Kinseki Kai is the king of the shogi board. You preserve it at all costs, never hesitating to cut other pieces loose, be it a queen like Hoshiguma, or promoted rooks like me that you look down on. I'm curious myself, what does Tetsuya mean to you? Is he a rook, a bishop, or is he so incompetent that you see him as a pawn you wouldn't mind losing? If that was really so, we would have had to fight here and now, but he isn't, is he? He's incompetent, but he's not a shogi piece. He's your precious son, not to be placed on the board. Shut up!
Clearly on edge, the old man seems ready to charge at Mifune, with shield raised at any moment. But Mifune can see Hanya trembling in his hands.
His mother's name will never be cleared, if the same fate befalls your only remaining child. I said, shut up! You're hesitating. You're contemplating whether there is a chance the reforged Hanya will allow you to neutralize me in one blow, and bargain my life for Tetsuya's. Chance, what an obnoxious word. Are you scared? Unfortunately for you, there is more than one person who carries out my will. I'm not claiming strength in numbers, but the moment you swing Hanya at me, a button will be pressed, and these photos will show up on the Kinseki channel. And you'll be free once and for all when Tetsuya realizes that he was right, and his father never cared about him just as his father never cared about his mother.
The only thing I'm gonna give Kimbe is that Tessai really was biased. He had extreme favoritism towards Hoshiguma. Holy cow. Hello, hello. Oh no, why Sag? Oh, Arknights gave you stuff, but FGO cursed you. What happened in FGO? Oh no.
What do you say, old man? What do you say, old man? What? No, it's not true. It can't be. Tell me this isn't real.
Tetsuya, now you see Kimbe is actually stinky. Tetsuya frantically shakes the shoulders of the ninja who brought him here, but he cannot even tell if the ninja's looking at him. Hello, hello.
After so many years, you finally delivered Hanya into the hands of its true master. Unfortunately, I still have to complete certain tasks entrusted to me. Where's the deed to Kajimachi? No rush. The one who gave me the task wanted it done cleanly. For now, you can simply follow me.
You got a 5-star, but it was Taegong and not the Ishtar you wanted. Dang! That is just oof.
Those two. The girls, I'm certainly willing to do you a favor since you've been cooperative so far. Come quietly, and I'll spare their lives.
You can go to hell, Kimbe. I'll cut your tail off and make a belt of it.
Kijise!
His father's angry voice comes through the TV speakers, somewhat distorted, giving the scene a sense of surrealness.
Papa! Papa! Where are you taking him? Let him go. You want to get me. Come for me. Why him? Why? Mio-san, where's the Ao Oni?
Mifune-san's orders were to let her go when the time is right and allow her to return to Kajimachi. What of the boy? When do we let him go? Or are there other plans?
I don't know. The orders from upstairs were to keep him in the room, and don't let him break anything in it. I wasn't told anything else.
I see.
Mio-san, see, I'm not sure how long I'll have to watch him. And I was up all night last night. I'm very tired, to tell the truth.
You can go.
Arigato.
Hey, Ippy. Oh, you think you might have used all your luck? Understandable. What's on the TV?
Let me go.
I asked a question.
Let me go.
Mifune-san's orders are that you are not to leave this room.
My father's gone with your people. He's yielded. What else do you want?
I'm simply following orders. The young Oni draws his bokuto, but the ethereal hand emerging from behind the library easily brings him to the ground. Don't waste your energy.
Won't you say something, Chairman Tessai? Have you decided to stay silent for now? Suit yourself, as long as you speak when I tell you to.
The camera follows Tessai. Tetsuya sees his father leave the manor and enter a car stopped in front of its gate. After a short while, the door of the car opens. Through an unremarkable door is a splendorous meeting hall.
What's this place?
Auction hall.
Auctioning what? Kajimachi? You don't mean my father's...
No. Ooh, the grainy footage.
Auctioneer's voice. The next item for auction is not listed in the catalog. It was added at the last minute. I present the very first ever TV set manufactured by the Kinseki Group. Starting at 7 million. A TV set that looks so unremarkable, yet starting at the remarkable price of 2,000 ryo. There must be something extraordinary about it. 7,500,000.
Holy cow!
Kohei Mifune-san, are you serious? Of course. I doubt I'm the only one who recognizes its value. Are you sure? Regardless, we've bid for 7,500,000 from Kohei Mifune-san. 7,500,000 going once. 7,500,000 going twice. 10 million.
In the middle of the screen, the aging Oni slowly raises the paddle in his hand. His old feeble voice comes through the TV speakers.
That's Chairman Tessai of the Kinseki Kai. What did Mifune say? 15 million? He's still raising the bid? What is he trying to do? Kill my father by putting him into debt?
Sheesh! The librarian says nothing, but the young man sees a hint of pity in her eyes that goes a little further than what the number 15 million should elicit.
200 million? Are you bidding 200 million, Tessai-san?
What kind of death is this?
200 million? 200 million? 200 million going once, 200 million going twice. Last chance at 200 million? Sold.
Tetsuya watches as Tessai rises from his seat and walks past rows of well-dressed buyers towards a TV set that should have belonged to him to begin with.
Tessai-san, there's still paperwork to be done.
Tessai ignores the auctioneer and gently lifts the TV set, the way he did when he marketed it to potential buyers, one at a time many years ago. Tetsuya raises his bokuto again. He charges at Mio in desperation, but is once again thrown easily to the floor. Again and again. The TV set continues to mercilessly send distorted sounds into the room. The sound of camera shutters, of people giving a show of applauding, of footsteps, of the rustling of pen on paper, of car doors shutting, of car engines rumbling. The now unfamiliar sound of the door to his father's manor. Tetsuya has lost count of how many times he has gotten back up. After being thrown to the ground by Mio, he charges futilely again when he hears the voices behind him. One like a ghost, the other like a man eating aki. Voices that hardly even seem human anymore.
No, give me the deed. Sign here, stamp your handprint, and all be done. You still can't do it, can you? But you understand that none of it is over until you've put your palm to this page. And what happens when I do? The deed to Kajimachi will become the collateral on a loan in the amount of 200 million. The TV set is yours once you give the payment to the auction house. It's Tetsuya that I'm talking about. Him, same as always. Those photos of him will be sealed away forever. You'll never be able to pay back the debt. We can keep the secret together, and he'll be none the wiser.
He'll be none the wiser, wait. So he doesn't even know he's being recorded? The two people in the room with the TV both freeze. Even the librarian, who should have seen plenty of such things, takes an involuntarily step backward. You liar! He's a liar! Mifune's a liar! Don't do it, no!
I know, it's not easy choosing between abandoning your son and crushing debt. Money. I don't care about money. Money, business, titles, land. None of that matters anymore. But only this. Bowing my head to rotten scum like you. And yet bow you will. Bow you will for the Tetsuya you failed to save and the rampaging Aki. And for the other Tetsuya you almost made a traitor out of. Promise me, you won't kill Tetsuya or Hoshiguma or those two girls. I won't.
He tricked me! He tricked me! Don't let him trick you! You're the Oyubun of the Kinseki Kai. You're Tessai, the kingpin. You're my father. Papa! Papa! This isn't supposed to happen. This isn't who you are. You're the villain who can turn Mitsukua's Yakuza upside down with a wave of your hand. You're the steel-hearted murderer who killed my mother. This isn't who you are. Papa! As the old man places his hand on the ink pad, then leaves his red handprint on the paper, it seems like all life has been sucked out of him.
Good, very good. By the way, your son just saw everything that happened from beginning to end. I'm sure he'll be grateful to you. No need to thank me.
Oh, never mind. He knows he's being recorded.
You... How dare you? Your son thought he was the same as me. He thought you always looked down on him as you looked down on me. Thinking of him as a worthless substitute. I hope he learned his lesson and stops thinking of himself as the most pitiable man under heaven. How lucky he is if someone willing to trample the last vestige of his own dignity for him.
Freaking guy. Oh, the Colonel Vano is pretty fun. It's nice being able to choose. Away with the fan, and the hand-printed sheet is cut in half, but Mifune continues to sneer. The image on the TV starts shaking. Something seems to have moved the camera.
Here's the camera. You deceived me. You let Tetsuya know all about all this. You never meant to spare him. Why? Why you deceive Hoshiguma? Deceive me? Deceive Tetsuya? Deceive is such a strong word. Hoshiguma learned that her choice was only ever wishful thinking. Tetsuya learned that you did love him after all. And you understand now, don't you? Mitsukue no longer needs you or the hypocrisy of the Kinseki Kai. Everything you've done was to fool yourself.
A loud noise comes through the speakers as the camera is smashed. The screen goes dark, but the speakers continue to mercilessly communicate the sound. The sound of Tessai's fan clashing with Mifune's sword. The sound of labored footsteps. The sound of blade impaling flesh. Oh no! Papa? The sound of blood dripping. Oh, you got two Aprils, new and dupe. Lazy and Blaze. Ooh, nice. And then blue certificates for Kirara. Aww. Papa! The sound of a body hitting the floor. Papa! Die in the battlefield. Or die fighting cops. Die to my vengeful blade. Don't die like this. Don't die for me like this. Humiliated. Trampled beneath another man's feet. You don't deserve to be my father. But I don't deserve to have you die for me like this. Why would you do this for me? Why would you do this for a fool? Just ouch. Papa. Mifune-san? Yes, I took over from the ninja. His reaction? I'm sure you can imagine. You have no further use for him? Yes. What other orders do you have? Yes, I will go to the place where Momoka is being held. Was there not someone else? The woman by the name of Kichise?
Mio, is it? Mifune told you to kill me, didn't he? He wants to wrap things up cleanly. He doesn't want any loose ends, does he? Then do it. Kill me here and now. Otherwise, I'll kill you with my tooth and nail. Whatever it takes to get out of here.
Go.
Go?
Go. Before I change my mind. Never come back. Thanks, Mio. As the sun set, Tessai does not know. He's lost track of time. Like, I wonder what's Mio's problem. He remembers falling to Mifune's blade. He remembers Mifune grabbing his hand and leaving a bloody handprint on a new contract. Then the footsteps grow distant, and his vision grows gray and blurry. He wants to be free of all this. Uncle Tessai? Uncle Tessai? The old man stands back up feebly as he hears a familiar voice, perhaps out of guilt, perhaps out of lingering sentiment, perhaps because he does not want Hoshiguma to see the true extent of his weakness.
Hoshiguma?
Who did this? Kinbei?
Hoshiguma, I couldn't protect Kajimachi or Hanya.
Where's Momoka? Kichise?
Kinbei was right about one thing. Sitting in my chair, I started thinking of everything as shogi pieces. Moving them, trading them, sacrificing them. But I forgot. I'm no more than a shogi piece myself, in the eyes of others. Run. You're no match for Kinbei. Leave this forsaken place. Go back. Go back to Lungmen.
No, I won't. Sit down, Uncle Tessai. I'll find a doctor.
Don't bother. Can't you see? I'm beyond help.
Uncle Tessai. I'm here, Uncle Tessai. I'm not going anywhere. Sit down. We'll sit together for a little bit. Just like old times. Hoshiguma helps the dying man sit down. The dying old man sit down. She casts her gaze toward the tall walls in the distance. There are lights flashing outside, and the sound of tracks rolling over the ground. She does not care what it means. Kajimachi is dead, and she cares not what will become of it later. All she knows is that she must stay with the dying man. The old man's breathing grows weaker and weaker, but he begins to feel the rumbling of tracks too. He looks up in terror, but his eyes can no longer see. The ground trembles beneath him.
Is that a sound I can't hear? What is it? Hoshiguma, what is it?
It's... Hoshiguma stops mid-sentence, choking back tears. After a while, she growls from the back of her throat.
It's the signal to begin the fireworks show.
What the heck? Kinbei's working so fast. He's like, okay, time to bring in the tractors to break everything. Freaking Kinbei. Can we bonk him?
The fireworks have begun?
Yes, they're getting ready. You hear the commotion, don't you?
Yes, Kajimachi hasn't been so lively in a long time.
A smile appears in the old man's face. An engineering vehicle rams through the manor's walls, causing the beams to shake violently. Not too far away, the pachinko parlor's machines are crushed to pieces, sending tiny balls flying everywhere. Holy cow, he's moving so freaking fast! Kimbe! He is the pettiest person. Do you hear the fireworks?
Yes.
Yes, fireworks. The sound of fireworks going off, taiko drums rumbling, the noise of the crowd. He feels the trembling of the ground again. It's joyful dance. He hears a faint sound of car horns from vehicles caught in the traffic jam outside. He senses his own heartbeat growing slower by the second.
No. No, I can't.
In his final moments, his heart races once more, and hot blood flows swift through his veins as the dying man gazes at the sunset, thinking that it is the rising sun. The wrinkled hands fall weakly. I'm glad that Hoshiguma got there in time. Or at least in time for Sesai to pass away, before he passed away fully. She got to comfort him.
Found the body that the witness reported, and the suspect matching the description of Hoshiguma.
Of course she's being framed. Freaking Kimbe.
Was this part of Kimbe's plan too? Shut up and come with us. Calling the police, letting you see me with Uncle Tessai as he draws his last breath, so that I'll once again be suspected of murder. Was this part of Kimbe's plan too? Did his people call you? I see.
Hoshiguma takes a leap and sees a familiar foe before the policeman says anything. Yakuza, ninja.
You're in league with each other?
The policeman looks down at his own feet as Hoshiguma swings her unsheathed sword, trying to cut a path through the faint but inevitable dusk. Kinbe is the most competent hater. Maelstrom. Dragged in, swallowed, no way out, no escape, nowhere to run. Why run? Please, please, please bonk him. Dot dot dot. Don't just stand there. These scoundrels aren't half as well behaved as a suspect.
I'm tired.
You think I'm not?
I mean, I really am tired. We and a whole bunch of scum couldn't catch the one bloody woman. Kuso. She wouldn't touch a hair on our heads. The real scum are the ones she knocked out with her sheath. All of them have a rap sheet 10,000 long. And we're working with these scum against her while she knocks them out one by one. Kuso. Koreto keeps saying it'll get better, but I've been on the job for almost 10 years and I don't see things improving one bit.
Out of the way, cop! Shogo! How dare you attack a police? I told you to get out of the way. Bonk. Why you... They stare into each other's eyes. Excuse me, officer. May I pass? Or I could commit assault on an officer of the law, or murder. I'm not picky at the moment. The officer sighs and stands aside, putting his empty hands where Hoshiguma can see them. Thanks. Thanks. For Shogo. Ding dong ding. Lingoness Department Store. Everything you want you'll find here. Lingoness Department Store.
Come in, have a pint. We've just the right lager for an oni like you. Or if you prefer more traditional stuff, we'll find a collection of emo shochu for you to pick from. Take this, Ojo-san.
Out of the way.
What's the hurry? Are you looking for the most precious thing on Terra? The stepping stone to happiness? Wait, you're the Aoni of Kinseki Kai. May I ask where Momoko-san is?
Are you a fan, or are you after Mifune's bounty?
Neither, I just wanted to ask a favor. Can I ask you to disappear, like... Can I ask you to disappear me, like Momoko-san? Maybe that'll make me go viral, like her.
Freaking guy.
It's the Aoni!
Can I get a pic? Out of the way. Wait, Aoni-san!
Aoni-san, we're just a drinking establishment.
One Moeshima Black to go.
The Moeshima Black production line shut down a few years ago. May I interest you in this newest offering from the same maker? It's a premium line, which I'm sure you'll be happy with.
Fine, whatever. Well, the clerk gets a liquor. Hoshiguma stands with her back against the storefront, gazing coldly at the crowd that has begun to gather. A city is a big place, whether it's Lungmen or Mitsukue. The death of one man does not move the heart of the whole city, much less the death of a Yakuza figurehead. One man has died, many still live. But the people who still live, the city that they live in, has nothing to do with her anymore. No one is following. This is a good place. Hoshiguma opens the bottle, and the smell of alcohol gushes out. Just smelling it is enough to make her lightheaded. This one's for you, Uncle Tessai. Ugh. How could this stuff taste so thin when it's so expensive and the alcohol content so high? This is the second time I drank to someone. The first was to my father at my old home. The Kaidan chasers must be thrilled about the Aoni drinking with a dead man. Kaidan, huh? The story of me and Higashi ended when I chose to step up for what was right, when I really didn't know what it was. It was stupid, even though I survived. Chen too faced the same choice, and she survived as well, but I think it's stupid. You should have met Chen Huichie, Uncle Tessai. She's a true Kyo, although they pronounce it a different way in Yan, but it refers to the same thing, someone who's willing to stand in the way of an army, 1,000 strong, armed with nothing more than a sword. This one's to her. But I'm not like her. She's brave, unlike me. Hoshiguma, you're brave. Huh. Awkward, isn't it? But I'm scared. I can't deny it. I'm not worried about my own life, but what about other people? Those I'm trying to protect. What about my home? Honestly, I should just set out for Lungmen right now and never look back. It's a big deal. An LGD officer suspected of murder in Higashi. They make a headache for everybody. From Missy to Mr. Lin, to Madame Fumizuki, to Mr. Wei. They wouldn't abandon me. I know what kind of people they are, and they know me well. But I caused this. Will my new home suffer for the trouble that I caused? How could I keep calling it home in that case? Or I could draw my sword and become a real Oni, a killer. Kill Kinbe, kill any of his men who dare draw on me, kill any police who stand in my way. Turn into a nightmare that roams the streets of Mitsukue, becoming a true monster, become the Kaidan after all. Take vengeance, go with the tide, embrace the times, become the maddest of the revelers, and become exactly what exactly what everyone in Mitsukue wants me to be. There's no way out, every path leads to a dead end. Is the bottle empty already? You certainly can hold your drink, Hoshiguma-san. Who's there? Where are your men?
I came alone.
Where's Uncle Tessai's body?
In police possession. Cause of death was a sword wound, but it was not your sword that did the deed.
Then why are your men after me?
Orders from above.
Are you here to arrest me too?
No, I'm here to drink with you.
Without waiting for an answer, the policeman sits down on the ground and takes out a small glass from his pocket.
Damn, this stuff is strong. You want to try to convince me to come quietly so you can carry out those orders from above? Then get out of Mitsukue and back to Lungmen. Against the orders of your superiors? Why do you think I had you taken into custody the moment you entered Mitsukue? I would have done the same if a gang leader who had committed a major crime in Lungmen 20 years ago came back. Is that all? What else could it be?
The policeman looked straight into Hoshiguma's eyes. When he realizes that Hoshiguma is not joking or hiding anything, he suddenly punches her in the face. Why, dude?
I can't believe you forgot. The diet candidate killed by the Kinseki Kai was named Koreto. That was for my uncle. Kono Bakayaro. His murder would not have gone ignored all these years if he didn't stupidly claim responsibility for your stupid Yakuza honor. Sorry. It's a little too late for that. There's nothing I can do about Mifune now. He's in cahoots with one of the most powerful Diet member. How else could a Yakuza have gained so much influence over the police? The best I can do, the best the police can do, is to let you go so he won't get what he wants. And Uncle Tesei's death will be nothing more than a footnote in the Aooni Kaidan, legend and the haunted house, and nothing will ever get resolved, same as it was back then. Am I right? Detective Koreto of the Spiritual Affairs Station? You say you don't want him to get what he wants, but all you're doing is helping him. You think Mifune is behind the Kaidan? You don't sound surprised. A cop is a cop, even if he's from the Spiritual Affairs Station. I can smell where the rot is coming from, even with this chained collar around my neck. So you've made peace with the chains? All you need to worry about is filling your own stomach with fried meat chop with rice. Not all of us are the same. Do you know how much it costs to get a house that can barely squeeze a family of 4 in Mitsukue? I'm not sure I want to know. If you're willing to pay off my loans and take my wife and kids to Lungmen, sure. I'll turn your old home upside down. Or if you're absolutely certain that it'll be a fatal blow to Mifune, I could potentially see myself jumping on this gamble of yours. Now it's your turn to answer. Do you plan on paying off these loans? Then I'm not even sure I could free myself of before I die. Or is there a greater power than the diet, enough to take Mifune out once and for all? I'm doing my best to help you recognize good faith when you see it, Aoni.
The policeman angrily downs the last bit of liquor left in the cup.
Come with me. No. Give me a reason. I
want my sacrifice to mean something, but everything in Mitsukue is denying it. What else is left for me in this empty city? It's time to go. It's time to go home. I hope Missy had a better summer in Siesta than I did here. Oh, Siesta! Oh my goodness, that event. The summer event. Guma.
Who's there? Who's what? What are you talking about?
Hoshiguma. Go-san.
Momoka?
Do you hear Momoka's voice, Koreto?
Momoka, that idol. Isn't she supposed to be with you? I was going to ask where you hid.
I'm over here.
This way.
Hoshiguma runs in the direction of the voice. Koreto sighs and follows her.
There's no one here, but the voice is getting closer.
Over here, this way.
Momoka?
What are you doing in a TV? Neither Hoshiguma nor Koreto say it out loud. A shabby TV set lies outside a tiny shop. It is hard to tell what the shop does, or if it is even open at all. Inside, Momoka's yelling something at Hoshiguma. She's not looking at Hoshiguma, but knocking on something in front of her, as though she's trying to break the TV screen and climb out. You're here, right, Hoshiguma?
I'm here. Can you see me?
I can't see you, but I can hear you. Oh, I'm so relieved. I thought it was all over. Sob.
Hold the tears. Where are you? What's going on with this TV?
Kijise and I were being held prisoner in Kimi's base.
But... Momoka?
The TV goes dark. A cold wind blows through the gaps between the buildings, and Oshiguma's sword hums in its sheath.
Koreto. I was agitated by Uncle Tessai's death and forgot a few things. My bad. But what about you? Did you really think I'd hidden Momoka? Kijise too. I guess she thought it important to you. Nothing more than an inveterate pachinko gambler. Hoshiguma. What's one or two innocent lives to you, as long as you get this troublemaker out of town? After all, they're already knee-deep in this Kime mess. Why bother? We'll do our best to protect them. The people who died in the haunted house, Uncle Tessai, the Yakuza killed in Kajimachi a few days ago. Since when have you been any good at protecting anybody?
Bonk. It is Hoshiguma's turn to punch the detective in the face. The detective stumbles back a few steps before steadying himself.
I don't need to remind me of my failures. But you're not a troublemaker to me. You're my trump card. The one thing that can hurt Mifune. The only thing that's standing between him and total control of Mitsukue. And the way you play it is to get me out of the city. It's the best a cop can do. A cop, eh? You're a cop too, you know the limitations. Go back to Lungmen, Hoshiguma. Your particular individual and the LGD will take care of things for you.
Hoshiguma instinctively reaches into her pocket, where LGD badges. But the first thing she feels is something soft, the ribbon that Tessa gave her after removing it from Hanya, a gift from her friends, bearing their best wishes. For some reason, she feels like she can smell the sea breeze of siesta. The haystacks of the Victorian plains, the aroma of Lungmen's downtown restaurants, and the scent of Kajimachi's old wooden houses.
You're right. Good, you've seen the light. Now hurry up and... I mean, you're right that the LGD will take care of things for me. Maybe I've been too cautious, too concerned about bothering my friends. What do you mean?
Hoshiguma does not answer. She takes a sword and sheath from her belt and begins wrapping the ribbon around the handle.
You're going to use a sword? For what? I have a promise to fulfill. You're going to rescue them? Don't be silly. Missy would probably be angry enough to burst a few blood vessels if I just went back to Lungmen with my tail between my legs, assuming I had a tail. Had I never be able to look Lin Yusia in the eye again. As for Chen, I still have to fight Chi Xiao with the reforged Hanya. I can't very well go back empty-handed. Aren't you afraid that you'll regret it for the rest of your life, like 20 years ago? Uncle Tessai said that the Hanya was imbued with the secret art of the temples, but I didn't have the discipline to suppress the madness in my Oni blood. Discipline, madness. Don't you think that's a little vague? I don't know what would have happened 20 years ago if the secret art was there, and I don't care. I don't need it now. As long as this ribbon touches my hand, Hoshiguma will never fall to bloodlust. As for regrets, the only thing I regret is that I tried to shoulder everything myself, but I was obsessed with my sacrifice meaning something. Why do you need to do this? Is it because you're a cop, or because you're Yakuza? Cop? Yakuza? None of that matters. I promised Momoka, that's all.
All for you, Momoka.
Oh, and since I'm going to rescue them, it's more likely than not that I'll run into Mifune at some point. And I'll go find him if I don't. There's something I have to ask him.
Hoshiguma sees a light begin to appear from within the policeman's sunken, world-weary eyes.
You'll fight him? I'm not looking for a fight, but I'm not sure there's a way out of it. Put a gash or two in him for me.
The only thing you regret is falling too hard. Aw, yeah.
You don't even have to ask. Is that enough, though? Like I said, I'm a cop. I'm going back to the station. I'll do my best to fend off pressure from upstairs as long as there are no corpses. Words cannot express my gratitude. I hope I live up to it.
And not to bunk. Oh, bonky, I'm gonna shake my protein shake with one hand. I am getting hungry. Protein. In a bit. Let's see, what do I want to face? I guess facing here is good. I assume. Oh, I placed the wrong one down. Oopsies, that's my bad. 1000% my bad. I meant to put Myrtle down. Okay, Speedy's good. And over here seems fine. Oh no, are they gonna get her? They spun too fast. Darn spinny spinnies. Well, this is still fine. Let's see, how do I want to face? Yeah, it seems good. Oh man. It's okay though. There's some chaos, some fear, some pain. But it be what it be. And now do thing. Go get him. He almost done. Go get him, Lappy. Oh no, Susie, I'm sorry. Darn. The thing is though, like even if it's like part of it is the consequences of her actions that she didn't go through, but she doesn't know if she actually killed that one big diet member. It might have been Kimbe. So if Kimbe was the one who killed the big one, he shouldn't feel as much salt because she took the blame for it. Hoshiguma, Hoshiguma, can you hear me? Can you hear?
Quit yapping.
Hoshi.
You know what? Yap all you want. We'll give that asshole a warm welcome.
What does Kimbe want with me?
Kinbe, who's that?
I mean Mifune.
How am I supposed to know? You're an idol, so maybe the Oyabun has some use for you. Or maybe he just plans to do you in. Should have buttered him up more with that pretty face of yours. I don't know what you're thinking. Bacallado, who the heck's texting me? Everyone knows I got assigned last minute guard duty. What, some other unlucky sods taking over the shift? Yahoo!
He's gone. What happened? Why did I feel like I was hearing voices, even talking to Hoshikuma? Am I going crazy? Behind you. Eek. Whoever she is, she's cute. I want to summon her. So you weren't acting in the shows. I didn't believe it when Kichise told me. You know Kichise? Is she alright? Locked up just like you, but probably safe for now. Who are you? You can call me Sarasa. I'm a fan of yours, and I guess you could say I'm Ifuna's employee, but my true identity is an undercover cyber ninja. Cyber ninja? How's it different from a regular ninja? Look, ninja are nothing more than hired killers, but the cyber kind were wonders of the intercity net. But I thought cyber ninja were pretty much the same, hired by corporations to attack each other, just specializing in intercity net operations. Fine, I'm a cyber ronin ninja. But I don't know where you came from or why you're helping me. That video you saw at home, the one where Mifune and Mio plot to infect you with uropathy, I was the one who leaked it to warn you. Do you trust me now? You're the one who gave me that fright in the middle of the night? Well, it's the first time I worked on a Mitsukue, the Kinseki channel signal system. It was a mistake. I didn't do it on purpose, I promise. Alright. Well, I guess I owe you my life. Honestly, I only applied to Kinseki channel because I heard it was the biggest TV station in Mitsukue, and I needed a job. But the longer I worked, the more things began to stink. But at least they had you as their poster girl. But they wouldn't even keep their hands off you. Especially that Mifune. I would've just kept my head down and did the work I was paid for if he wasn't so yabai. But I'd rather jump into the sea than work another day for that piece of shit. I located Hoshiguma using Mifune's monitoring network, so I patched you in briefly. You can do that? I remember how the technical director spent a long time fumbling with the preset connection the last time I was live on air. That just means he sucks at his job. Now listen to me. I'll patch you with Hoshiguma again, and have her wait outside. We'll take Kichise. Listen to me. I'll make sure those stupid Yakuza never even catch a glimpse of your shadow. No, I can't go. Are you crazy? Do you want Mifune to cut you up into bird and beast feed? Where can I go if I leave? The Southern Court's a big place. Plenty of places you can go. Lay low the rest of my life. Always looking over my shoulder? No way. I didn't give myself the name Momoka Hanyu. But if you tell me I have to give it up now, how's it any different from being dead? Are you serious? Aren't you afraid to die? Do you have a death wish or something? I don't know. All I know is that it's the only path I have left. Fine, you know what? That sounded really cool. Like the line straight out of a movie. You're a star for a reason. How do you plan to continue to be a star then? What if Kimbe won't let you? Whoever stands in my way, they're gonna find out that even I can bite when backed into a corner. Didn't Kimbe make up all those Kaidan stories? Also, all Mitsukue that they've been lied to. Interesting. Can you connect me to every TV set in Mitsukue? I'm going to expose Kimbe to the entire city. How long do you think it's gonna take hacking all those TVs one at a time? But if they're doing that accession ceremony and broadcasting it to the whole city, all we need to do is take a ride on it. You still have that broken sword? It'll come in useful. The first thing the Kimbe's people did when they captured us was to take it from me. But I'll say it, with or without the evidence. Good. I'll get the Kichise girl, and I'll Oni on the other side of the TV, and then we can talk about how we'll teach Mifune a lesson.
Where are you? Where are you? Did I doze off? Wait, did the Kami-sama?
I'm not in that much of a hurry.
It's you?
Moriuchi sits straight with a start. He wants to turn around but dares not, afraid that he will learn that it is all a dream, and there's nothing there at all. The Kami seems satisfied with his reaction.
Kami-sama, it's been a long time.
Call me if happy returns.
You're finally willing to show yourself to me. I'm very grateful that you pulled my family out of poverty.
Did you spend all these years looking for me just to say thank you?
I wanted to thank you, of course, but there's also something I want to ask. Why? Why did you leave us? Why was it that we lost our happy life, little by little, until it was all gone? Did we offend you? Or was it fate that not even you could avert? And that was why you chose to avoid us?
What does any of that have to do with me?
I understand, of course. It couldn't be.
What I mean is, did you spend all these years looking for me just to learn the reason? Were you not looking for me because you wanted to seize happiness again? I said this many times, but I guess you were too young to remember, so I'll be patient and tell you once more. I never give anyone anything. Think of it this way. There's something I like, and I appear in front of people when I see it.
Something? Do you mean happiness?
Yes. I didn't avoid you because I was angry at you or ashamed to see you. I simply chose not to see you because happiness had left you. But now, I have a reason to see you again. Choose the right path and you shall know happiness beyond your wildest dreams. The Kami's voice is exactly as he remembers, but for some reason, it makes the hair on the back of his neck stand up. Is it because he had lost the innocence of childhood? Is it because he has heard too many lies in his time? Yes, he has heard too many lies, and he has learned to treat all beautiful promises as deception. But this is different.
Please, tell me.
You stand in the eye of the storm. The Oni Hoshiguma, the snake Kimbe, and to that a poor goldfin, and a wolf who believes in its own nose, you. All your fates are intertwined. Oh, and there was also an unfortunate old man, but he's dead now.
Tessai-san?
With his death, you finally had the chance to seize the happiness that you have longed for.
His death? My happiness? What do you mean? Why? Why is Tessai dead? Who killed him?
Is it so hard to guess? What you really should ask yourself, though, is if it matters. You stand where countless people could only dream of standing, Moriuchi. This is a business opportunity, a big one. Choose right and everything will be yours.
You want me to stand on Kimbe's side? Kimbe's a liar. He wouldn't let me live.
That's why it's a big business opportunity. Kimbe's a liar, certainly, but he needs you. More specifically, Kinseki Kai needs you. The separation of the Kinseki Kai and the Kinseki group has entered the final phase. Only a catastrophic event could stop it. Everything seems to be going according to Kimbe's plan, but he's about to find that he isn't as powerful as he thought. You survived for so long between the overworld and the underworld of Kajimachi and Nita Street. As a man, you're not that far off from Kimbe. Moriuchi is stunned. In his mind, he fantasized about his reunion with the Kami countless times, but never in another 1,000 years could he imagine that it would so calmly tell him something so terrifying.
You want me to take Kimbe's place? Is that the happiness that you're talking about?
Yes.
What if I take his place, but yet find it beyond my abilities?
But you'll be rich, very rich.
Rich?
You'll be rich, whether you have the ability or not. Maybe not as rich as Kimbe is, but the kind of wealth that you could hardly even imagine right now. Is money not happiness? Was it not money that you and your family found when you're young? Is it not because of money that Mitsukue and this country enjoys endless happiness? Where would happiness be if money left you?
Is this a lesson you have for me?
It's not a lesson, just the simplest law of existence. Kimbe knows it, the Diet knows it, virtually everyone in Mitsukue knows it. You knew it too when you were little. Moriuchi feels a chill come over him, as though the setting sun is suffocating in its own golden rays. Is this really the Kami that he encountered when he was young? Or is this simply an absurd nightmare, something trying to deceive him and make him abandon his search for the Kami? But its mannerisms, the way he talks, even the line, "What does any of this have to do with me?" He has never forgotten them. In Moriuchi's memory, even those cold words seem to be a kind of encouragement. Now, though, Moriuchi is gasping for air, but the cold nightmare seems inexorably suffocating. He reaches into his pocket and takes out the key. Yes, money is happiness. Kami of happy returns. There are numerous scratches on the old-fashioned key with a tiny maneki neko hanging from the keychain. It has kept him company for so many years.
Money is happiness, you say? Maybe that's why I always thought, deep inside. But did you ever stop to think, before all that happened, I only ever thought of you as a friend, the only friend of a lonely boy? The friend brought me happiness, for which I was very grateful, but could never repay. You had no intention to accept everything that I did. When you disappeared after I failed to come to see you for a while, I thought it must be because I had neglected you. I thought I deserved it because I had abandoned my only friend. You know, I almost did the exact same thing when I was being cursed by Mifune.
The Oni?
Yes, my guts wrenched in shame when she came to rescue me, but I couldn't say anything. But you just told me that I got it backwards all along. It wasn't you who brought me happiness. You simply came to me because happiness was there.
Yes.
I see, you're a kami. You've never been any more or less than a kami. I'm sorry for my arrogance to think that I could befriend a kami. Never mind trying to catch its tail. Thank you for coming to see me, and telling me that I've been walking down the wrong path my entire life. How could an information broker have any true friends?
Ouch! It's like, thank you for telling me my life is a lie. You're welcome. Moriuchi raises the keys and takes off the Maneki Neko accessory. He looks at the keychain as though he's talking to the kami behind it.
But I wanted a friend, a true friend. Can you understand that? Would it make you angry? If you're not angry, might I be so presumptuous as to make a bet with you?
Moriuchi stretches out his hand into the sky unobstructed by concrete.
If I do as you say, I'll never have a true friend for the rest of my life. I'll never have a true happiness.
He bites his lip and opens his hand, his trembling hand. The accessory falls straight down like any ordinary object, and is soon followed by the dark streets beneath the setting sun.
Sayonara.
Where are you going?
To find Hoshiguma. If Tessai's dead, as you said, then I have to go and help Hoshiguma.
She's in the back alley of Nita Street. The one with the tiny shrine.
Huh?
What are you hiding for? It's me.
Maneki Neko-sama,
Moriuchi turns around to see nothing, as though there was nothing there to begin with, except for the orange-yellow glow of dusk. He turns his head to the front, and he sees a nosy kami floating in the air in front. The Neko left because you rejected it. Does that surprise you?
Then, why did you help me?
It's not me who wanted to help you. The Cyber Shrine told me to help you if I have time, for all the Chikuo offerings you made. The Neko could have done it itself.
Thank you for the help. And pass on my thanks to that, star.
Don't expect me to help you fight. I'm just pointing the way. After all, both of us have a score to settle with that bastard Mifune. Me and my homies hate Mifune. Moriuchi-san. Did you come to help me or stop me?
Help.
Did you find your kami-sama then?
It's doing fine, much better than I am, but it's nothing to do with me, now that I found it. Where's Momoka? Isn't she with you?
I was about to go and rescue her. Moriuchi? Is that Moriuchi?
The TV?
Moriuchi-san, Momoka told me your Odin's the best in Higashi. I want to try it once this is all over and done with.
Who are you?
Call me Sarasa, but we don't have time for introductions right now. Momoka, Kichise, come closer to the mic. Time to make battle plans. Mitsuku is in for a big surprise. Aw yeah, sounds fun. And now I sip my protein shake. Okay, I shaked it, I opened it, and now I sip. Yum. Starting point. You swear you heard the spring say goodbye when you release the switch. Touch. Phantom and Shaw? Interesting. What is this? Oh, it's a game mode. Interesting. Wee! Might as well try it for funnies. Go play ball. We be balling here.
あなたの指示通り強制執行理念に基づく争いならば全くの無意味ではありません。
誰かの指示に従うのは久しぶり。
強制執行皆さんの考えは後ほど聞かせてもらいます。
14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8.
強制執行ここまでです。
Okay.
終幕だ。勝利の味は甘美
Well,
なもので
I
は
got a stone, so that's good.
紛争がはらむ地味はそれとは違う。
87. Cold moonlight. Perhaps it is best to be cold and heartless through and through. Perhaps that home should never have existed in the first place. Should not exist in the first place. Oh no. Gazing down from atop the TV tower, one can see fireworks rise in the night sky before falling gently and disappearing from sight. The fireworks show has not begun yet. This is simply the warm-up for the warm-up. The video gazes at his own reflection in the window, and that of the reforged Hanya behind him.
Hanya, I finally have you after 20 years. Too late, too late. What could you possibly do for me, other than acting as witness to the ceremony in Tessai's place?
As Ophidia gazes upon the reforged Hanya, he realizes that there are remnants of what seems to be straps of some sort of handle on the backside.
The backside is untouched. A good shield, but nothing more. Mio! How long until the start of the ceremony?
Around an hour.
I'm going downstairs for some fresh air.
Hoshiguma may crash the ceremony, Mifune-san.
So much the better.
What do you mean?
If she does, it would mean one of two things. Either she's been driven to madness, or she somehow managed to stay calm after Tessai's death. On my turf in front of my camera, and on television, however, she'll be nothing more than a crazed murderer. Nothing more than a footnote in the accession ceremony. A failure driven to madness. Even if I'm no match for her, the one upstairs will take care of her.
About Momoka.
Getting soft-hearted? Well, we could certainly keep her around for a while longer, extract every last bit of value from her. We have plenty of ways to persuade her. But we'll have to leave that Kichi stay alive too, so that Momoka is not driven to despair. You haven't dealt with her yet, have you?
No.
Good. What about Tetsuya? Mio?
He escaped.
He what?
Mifune's voice turned sinister in an instant.
The truth.
I let him go. Well, she's honest.
Soft-hearted again?
Yes.
Is that all?
That's all.
I'm disappointed in you.
I'm prepared to accept my punishment.
It can wait, but this necessitates a change in your responsibilities. You face Hoshiguma if she does come.
It's my duty.
Don't be in such a hurry to say yes. You know what awaits if she shows up before me still living and breathing.
Yes.
2 ninjas will keep a constant eye on you. Don't try anything funny. Now I need to get that fresh air. Make sure everyone is ready for any unexpected situations.
Like, what is up with Mio?
The fireworks show won't start for a while. Let's walk around.
No, darling, we should go straight to the site of the fireworks show, on the other side of the river. They're saying on the intercity net that this area is not safe now. Rumor has it that the oil boon of the Kinseki Kai is dead, killed by the Owl Oni, the one in the Kaidan.
Oh, that medium mogul. What's his name?
No, it's Mifune. It was Tessa who died.
Huh, you know, I actually thought Mifune was the one who died, since he's always showing up in public.
There's been rumors coming from Kajimachi, plus the Northern Court spy that they're talking about. Anyway, we should go over to the other side of the river. Emil's apparently a warrior, so... It feels like some family center there. To maybe be his bodyguard. But Kimi's like, you know what, Mio? You're pretty, so... You can be one of the people that... shows up a bunch too, because I love beautiful stuff. She's like, whatever. This is all my job anyways. Kaidan, hot topics. Manipulation of public opinion. It has become second nature to him. Who would have thought that all the Kaidan of Mitsukue originated from Shimasu's attempt to blackmail him over the diet candidate affair, only to end up slain by a sword? Shimasu's death needs to be covered up. The fledgling TV station needed relevance. The diet member who he was trying to butter up was waiting to see him prove his quality. So he linked Hoshiguma with Sawada the Silentius of Shin-Aki and reported on the haunted house for a week. It was a smashing success. The intensive reporting dispelled any suspicions that viewers had and left behind plenty of room for him to clean up and misdirect. Relevance from the Kaidan became money. Money moved diet members and shackled the police. Made the Kinsekikai grovel before him and rendered Tessai powerless to intervene. Everything snowballed from there. The haunted house became the ideal place to dispose of people who got in the way. But the trick could not continue forever. Interest would fade and revenue would decline while Tessai's suspicions and the pressure of public opinion grew. When the last gangster who knew how the diet candidate died was dealt with, he began to expand the scope and channels of the Kaidan. It could involve the kami or accidents, even fabricated story that was sufficiently interesting and frightening. He too wondered why the people of Mitsukue were so obsessed with Kaidan. They feared any potential danger in life, but they could not control their own curiosity. The prospect of danger seemed to represent a fatal attraction. The TV station provided the Kinsekikai with a constant source of income, funding and crystalline component industry, making him someone who Tessai looked down on, but could not do without him. Meanwhile, to him, Tessai was already nothing more than a... Beep beep. Emergency. Oh? Danger. Emergency, emergency. This is not a drill, this is not a drill.
What's going on? Earthquake?
Mitsuku is under attack by the Northern Court. Repeat. Mitsuku is under attack by the Northern Court. For your own safety, please follow these instructions.
What? A Northern Court invasion?
If you're inside, close all doors and windows and await further instructions. If you're outside, go to the nearest shelter immediately.
Shelter? Do we have those in Mitsukue?
There used to be announcements, but now we have to look for the signs. On Nita Street and beyond, all of Mitsukue is suddenly filled with red lights, with the exception of the oblivious fireworks. All fear that was once forgotten has been reawakened. Conflict between the North and South has only increased since the Blood Peak campaign. But rapid economic growth caused the attention of the people to drift away from the gunfire on the border. Mitsukue and Kusarigawa continue to treat each other as potential adversaries, even after the 90s, but the average folk have long since forgotten the possibility. This fear, which has lain forgotten for many years, but never truly left, sees the hearts of Mitsukue's people more powerfully than any Kaidan.
Mifune-san! What the blazes is going on? Someone hacked into the Kinseki channel broadcasting network. They tampered with the backup emergency footage provided by the government and are broadcasting it all over the city. We're not sure how, but they even managed to take over the networks of some of the other stations. Even our partners are affected. They're spamming our phone lines, thinking that we approved it. Moshi Moshi, what's going on? It's a diet.
Get bonked, sir.
How's the infiltration going? Couldn't be better. Total chaos right now. Had no difficulty breaching.
Don't go too far, Sarasa. There might be unintended consequences to spreading fake news. Don't worry. I avoided crowded places like the fireworks show, and places like hospitals, schools, and old folks' homes, where people tend to have weak hearts. I also set a retraction video to play after the warnings looped a few times, telling people that it was a mistake. Oh, that's nice that she did. Good job, Sarasa. That's good. She planned ahead. I'll go to the ceremony now with Momoka and Kichise. Time for you to create more chaos, Hoshiguma.
On it.
Well, Tong is terrifying. Hoshiguma walks in the opposite direction of the panicking crowd towards the TV station. As Sarasa said, the broadcasts are now changing to play the retraction video, and the crowd gradually begins to calm down. As Hoshiguma walks, she wonders if she might see the reaction she hoped for from the crowd. It need not be an awakening or an awareness of vigilance, nothing so heavy. She just wants to see them shiver and remember what fear truly is, not just a little punctuation to spice up a happy life. But all she hears is people excitedly repeating a single word. Kaidan.
Here we are. So little security. Looks like the station is really has its hands full.
The one-horn Oni walks inside without hesitation, passing by 1, 2, and 3 station staff without being noticed. Until the 4th.
The Aoni. It's the Aoni. Calling Kiseki Kai. I suggest you make your way while I'm still asking politely. No.
They have her surrounded. They outnumber her many to 1, yet for some reason, there's a thought that in all their minds that they cannot shake. She outmatches them, 1 against many.
This is for your own good. Maybe some of you heard about what the Aoni of Kinseki Kai did 20 years ago, right here in Mitsukue. Even for no longer clan family, even if you're Oyabun, killed Uncle Tessai, I don't want to fight you if I don't have to. Make way. I want to see Kimbe. Don't make me do this. You won't get away. The Kinseki Kai never issued a notice of expulsion or no contact to you. You're still part of the Kinseki Kai, and to attack us is to attack your own family. Do you really believe that?
No one answers. Hoshiguma continues walking, almost nonchalantly. There's no sound of footsteps behind her, only a slight whoosh of something flying through the air. She does not even cast a glance at it. Be it knife or flash drive, shuriken, or just a handful of beans. None of that matters anymore.
When you're throwing a knife, you really should throw it like you mean it. You might as well have throwing roasted soybeans. Oni wa soto, fuku wa uchi. That's the old saying. Oni out, fortune in. Surrender. And we can keep it at that. There's no bad blood between us. No bad blood? Maybe you're right. But back in my day, we had a different slogan when we threw beans and kajimachi. We said, fortune out, Oni in.
She draws her sword. The Yakuza who have learned of the Aoni instinctively take a step backwards. Only one of the younger members steps forward, seemingly oblivious to what he is risking for a chance at glory. He's like, oh yeah, it's my time to shine. He's gonna get bonked.
Alright then.
No one saw what the one-horned Oni did. All they saw was a blue flash, and the young Yakuza fell to the ground, a bloody gash on his thigh.
There's only one of her. Get her! We're the Kinseki Kai. We're the strongest. Get her. We must not disappoint the Kinseki Kai or Chairman Mifune.
Get bonked, sir.
That's more like it.
They rush toward the striding Oni, like the tide. They only take step after step forward, until the distance between her and the figure ahead closes to a hair's breadth. Once again, the blue light But this time, everyone sees the true nature of the Oni, no longer attempting to suppress her fury. Hoshiguma's blade moves through the air. Before long, there is no longer anyone standing in her way. The injuries are not fatal, but no one has the strength or the stomach to oppose her anymore. Only the one-horned Oni still stands tall. Sad. And now to fight. I like how most of them are just like, you know what? Yeah, I don't want to touch her. I'm not gonna fight her.
くれぐれも安全にね。
Like, I normally get wrecked.
どう？みんな安心して戦って。私がついてるから。
Like, that guy at least knew.
みんなこっち来て。
How do I do this? Wait, I know.
全員の行動力を奪う。それでいいだろ
Over here is fine.
う。承知した。
And why not?
無事に帰ってこれたら。
More.
決まった。何時らの愛。
Oh, hey Mio. I just realized she's there.
動き回る。そうすれば。
リンゴちゃん、アイドルのイメージ。今そんなのどうでもいい。
What you doing, Mio?
悪い知らせか。残念ね。チリすら残らなかった。
Poor Thorns. She really just died there menacingly.
わあ、本気で行くよ。出撃はアイドルのイメージ。今そんなのどうでもいい。
Already so far so good.
わあ、そういうところだった。
Okay, let's place her down.
みんなに秘密がバレちゃえば、それは超もうじき終焉だ。あんたたちって世界を半分滅ぼしたっての。まだ私を倒せないの。無様に。
Oh, if I let Mio hit my operators, she might two-tap them. Or at least those who are not defenders. See, look, Mio's a terrifying warrior.
目を凝らせ。これこそがイベリアのデストレッツァ。
Maybe she's a new way.
我が意向に差し掛かれた。
Get the last dude. The TV station's in total chaos. Wow. Grandma told me stories about Northern Court Special Forces infiltrating Mitsukue in her youth. I didn't think much of it at the time. Thinking about it now, though, what we're seeing is just a fraction of what could really happen. What do you think about my surprise for Kimbe? I think it might be a little too big. Well, we should focus on our own tasks. Moriuchi-san has already infiltrated the TV station. We need to head to the occasion. We need to head to the extension ceremony. There shouldn't be many people at this time, but we need to help out if there's any resistance. Gotcha. All that's left to do is act. I'll lead the way. Climb up this vent. Follow me. I'm coming. Cute! It's so high. Don't worry, I've got a light. Hold my hand and I'll lead you on. Momoko tries not to look down, but she cannot keep herself from shaking. They're moving through massive formations of steel rebar. The darkness of the night hangs above, while it is bright and stay underneath their feet. TV station staff, Yakuza, ninja from a picture of chaos beneath them. How are you doing, Kijise? Alright. Good. You don't come up to this kind of place often? Who does? Are you deserting ninja or something? No, I got used to this kind of place while I was hiding from ninjas. Hiding? That's not important, we're here. Sarasa, please, come to Rose Island. Humph, we got people down below. Momoka, jump over this gap and follow those pipes down to the stage. You should be able to stay out of their view. That far? I'll try. Momoka clenches her fists, her eyes fixed forward, and kicks the ground hard. The steel structure suddenly starts moving, and the platform beneath Momoka's feet begins to vibrate irregularly. Why did it start moving all of a sudden? I think I'm falling. Watch your head. What's going on? Whoa! She fell? We're going down to Sarasa. Yahoo! Nice landing. Are you alright, Momoka? I'm alright, hanging in there. Get the stage. I'll get the console. Start once the lights come on. I can't wait for Momoka's show. I can't wait for Momoka's show. I'm afraid I can't let you do that. Mio-san? Momoka. You've come to stop me, haven't you? Yes. Why? For the Kinseki Kai. I know what you're going to say. That will ruin the Kinseki Kai.
Mio-san, Hoshiguma has shown up at the door of the TV station. You should go now, according to Mifune-san's instructions.
Hoshiguma showed up for her.
But Mifune-san...
The other one watching me, I know you're there. Go and tell Mifune-san that Hoshiguma will definitely come. And I'll be waiting for her here. Now, Momoka, Kichise-san and the girl hiding behind the console, whose name I don't know. I suggest you stay put until Hoshiguma shows up. Your grievances against Mifune-san and Kinseki Kai are certainly legitimate, but this place is also home to me and to many others. I can't let you destroy it. She's bluffing. Momoka! The black ethereal hand suddenly appears in front of Kichise's neck. She instinctively takes a step back and pulls the trigger. The ethereal hand shreds the bead-shaped grenade. The lights go out and the stage darkens, illuminated by only a faint light in the direction from the console. Mio walks towards the light, sword in one hand, Tanto in the other. That's right, I'm here. Come on now. Great. One of the spotlights suddenly turns on, shining straight into Mio's eyes, then another, and another, and another. Then they all turn off at the same time. Mio's hesitation lasts only an instant. She takes a moment to collect herself, then charges at the console. Bang. A falling spotlight narrowly misses Mio's head. By the time she turns her gaze back to the control console, there's no longer anyone there. While Mio is occupied with the console, Kichise, Momoka, and Sarasa begin running towards the side stage exit. She locked the door. Let's try another. Click, click, click. They hear the sounds of locks being engaged. The lights above their head turn back on. Mio slowly walks towards the gathered trio. The lights are no longer under control. Resistance is futile. You think so? Sarasa closes her eyes and raises her lamp-shaped staff. Mio's pace quickens. Suddenly, the tip of the staff emits a blinding light, and the spotlights above the stage turn off again. Not just the spotlights, all the lights that remain on the stage is trapped by the liquid bouncing at the tip of the staff. Lights out, Ice Queen. and even the last glimmer of light is utterly consumed. Sarasa? Let me sleep. I'm so tired. What do we do? I can hear Mio-san's footsteps. She's coming. Let's try this other side of the stage. Maybe the door there is still unlocked. No, it's too far. She'll find us. This is where we fall. This is where we fell, isn't it? Can we go back up the way we came? The vents. Kichise put Sarasa on her back and was about to move when they hear Mio's voice coming from the center stage. Don't bother, I can hear you. What do we do? It's all or nothing. I'll deal with her. Suddenly, she hears a sound of knocking behind her. Is it locked? Then I guess we'll just have to do this the hard way. Get out of the way! Playing hide and seek with Mio is impossible. A massive crash, and the locked door swings open, bringing in light from beyond. The next instant, as though answering the call of the light coming in from the door, bright orbs of light float up from Sarasa's staff and go back to where they came from. Sarasa? I thought I would get to sleep for a little longer. There'll be no light here as long as I'm still asleep. Sarasa yawns, and the spotlights above flicker. Mio does not move from her position, so Sarasa begins walking towards the console. Momoko follows hesitantly, but Mio remains in place. Aren't you going to stop them? No, your blade is drawn. My duty is not to deal with them. I doubt your minions have what it takes to beat Kichise and Sarasa. In that case, there's nothing I can do. What about Mifune? I don't care. Our battle has nothing to do with him. He's just an employer.
The last few stations back online. Detective Kuroto. I hear you. The guys assigned to the fireworks show want to know what to do. The citizens are still uneasy after the scare. Any risk of stampede or other serious accident? Minimal. The situation is very much within expected parameters. Then the show will go on. Mifune likes excitement. We'll give him excitement. We're getting calls from citizens asking what happened. What do you think? What do you think I think? Tell them we're investigating. Kiseki Station is, of course, responsible for the erroneous announcement of a northern court invasion, and we're taking this very seriously.
Detective Kuroto, you have a visitor.
Who? Kohei Mifune?
Mysterious visitor.
Detective Kuroto. If it wasn't Mifune, I thought it would have been his diet friend paying a personal visit. Making insinuations will do no favors for your career. Besides, you overestimate your own importance. Should I take that as an admission? I've come to warn you. The police must bear responsibility for the chaos that occurred on Nita Street tonight. We do not wish to see the chaos spread any further. Bear responsibility, eh? Oh dear. I think I just peed my pants. Watch your attitude. You still have a chance to settle this matter peacefully. Do I? Pray enlighten me. Cancel all events scheduled for tonight. Focus your forces on restoring order at Kinseki Station, and begin a search for those responsible. Such as, the number one suspect is, I'm sure, Kohei Mifune, considering that it was his station that broadcast that. Your men are not allowed to touch him. Have a nice day. If you refuse to obey orders, you may go once you've signed this resignation. Feel free to discuss any concerns with your superior. Wow, I still have a chance to turn back. It's too late for that. Like you said, it's too late for that.
The detective reaches out with his foot.
You...
He trips the visitor, takes a piece of paper with the name of the detective's supervisor on it and tears it to pieces.
Oh my, didn't expect you to fall like that. I thought a giant friend would have a tougher secretary. How dare you? Go tell your boss that the police are here to protect his bloody life, not his bloody money. If he really thinks someone else is after his life, he can come personally to the station and file a report, and we'll take it into consideration. Now get lost.
Dang. White sword, black gloves. White hand, black sword. White tanto, black ethereal hand. It is a dizzying exchange of black and white, contrary to the impression she gives. The library sword's play is overwhelmingly aggressive, with only attacks, feints, and more attacks, with not the slightest attention paid to defense. Sounds like me when fighting. The moves of the one-horn Oni, on the other hand, are almost staggeringly basic. Dodge, parry, backstep, sidestep. 12. You just blocked 12 attacks in quick succession. Why would you fight back? Are you still afraid of your sword?
If I was, it wouldn't have left its sheath to begin with. You, on the other hand, look all polite and cultured, but your moves are pure aggression and ferocity. That's not Kime's style.
My sword has nothing to do with him.
Then why do you give your life for him?
Since when have I given my life for him?
Stop fooling yourself.
Hoshiguma takes a deliberate look around. Creatures is sending explosions everywhere. With the grenades, while the stage equipment has turned into a giant monster under Sadasa's control. With Momoko doing an impressive job for not getting caught, the trio is more than holding their own. There's only one last thing to do in their battle plan. The only thing I'm trying to protect is the Kinseki Kai.
And Kime has to lead it?
The Kinseki Kai needs to be a place where the dregs of society can survive. Those who have nowhere else to go.
And Tessa couldn't give you that?
No. You can keep parrying. But you'll eventually show an opening. Finally, you're attacking.
All I got was the edge of your clothes.
There's blue fire burning around you. Is that your arts?
Blue fire? You're right, I didn't notice. Back to the question. What is it that Tessai couldn't give you, but Kime can?
Tessai could not even protect himself. Hoshiguma thrusts. The attack is simple, but the flames upon the sword force Mio to leap backwards.
That's not what I want to hear.
Your flames are burning even fiercer.
Tell me why. Or tell me, why couldn't Tessai give you what you wanted?
Because Tessai couldn't protect himself, Mitsukua didn't need him, nor did he need a Mio working under Tessai.
You?
A silent, ragged orphan who only fights tooth and nail when someone steps on her is a subject of scorn. An equally silent, well-dressed assistant who only draws her sword when the company's interests are compromised is a subject of admiration.
I thought you came from some noble martial family, fallen on hard times.
Huh. Tessai wanted to give dregs of society like us a home, and so he's dead. Mifune knows that we don't deserve a home, and so he lives on.
Is that how Mitsukua judges the Kinseki Kai?
Always has. Hoshiguma is almost completely engulfed in the azure flame. The librarian wonders if the flame will consume the Oni before it consumes her. You're angry. Were you angry like this too 20 years ago?
Does it matter?
Mifune-san wants you to lose your reason, as you did 20 years ago. He believes it will turn you into a crazed beast, one that everyone will be eager to put down. You know, this is what he wants, and so you suppress yourself, which is why you didn't draw your sword the last time.
Humph.
Are you inviting me to give it into anger? Complete the mission your master assigned? It's not what I want, but I have no issue with it. It'll be the same. It'll be a shame, that's all.
Why?
A perfect opponent who could never stand before me in perfect condition, forced to either suppress herself or lose control entirely. But that's all. Hello. Take this. Mio once again prepares attack. 3 hands, 3 swords. A posture seemingly without formal order, but ready to pounce on any weakness. Catch. Who's there?
This is crazy heavy. You know how hard it was to get out of Kimbe's room, even with all the chaos at the TV station? Catch!
Moriuchi swings his entire body, throw Hanya in the direction of the standoff. Mio's ethereal hand is the first to catch Hanya's handle, but Shiguma leaps and spins 180 degrees like she's dancing, forcing the ethereal hand to loosen its grip, allowing her to take Hanya's hands. Or Hanya's handle.
Suppress or lose control. It won't happen, with or without Hanya.
Hoshiguma tightens her grip around the ribbon on her sword.
Hanya's an old friend after all. Maybe you had a chance just now, but not any longer.
Ooh. We're getting all the fancy art. Rage. The rage that seemed compressed around Hoshiguma now spreads outwards, burning on her arms, her shield, and her sword. Hoshiguma takes a step forward, and the flames of rage almost catch the hem of Mio's clothing. Good. It's good enough for me to know that you won't lose control. Well, yeah, she just wants a purpose. She wants a job. Hoshiguma faces off against black and white. Hands human and not. Swords, long and short. The librarian shows no fear. The edges of her mouth angle ever so slightly upwards.
Any last words?
Be kind to the Kinsekikai. Be kind to Momoka. My conscience is clear in all that matters, except her.
I'll remember. What about Kimbe? Any last words about him you want to say?
Him? Is there any need to talk about him here and now?
Ha, good point.
Hoshiguma shifts her posture to one that makes it easy to unleash her power. The blue flames continue to burn intermittently around her. The face of Hanya glares with wide-open eyes on the face of the shield. The edge of the sword seems ready to seep blue blood.
Ha.
Is this Hanya?
Yes, this is Hanya. Your swords are worthy of you. They took the full brunt of Hanya and survived. You can pick them up, then we'll continue.
How nice. There's no need. You've made your strength clear. There's no point in trying to fight you anymore. Work smart, not hard. I must prepare.
For what?
For the aftermath. Working Sekikai without Mifune-san. She's gathering some popcorn right now. She's like, ooh, I gotta prepare. AKA popcorn ready for the fight.
How's things on Momoka's side, Moriuchi? Are they ready? Just waiting for you to finish fighting. Sarasa?
Aye aye, sir. Momoka? Momoka stands in the middle of the stage with a spotlight on her. Kichise has done her best to clear space. There are still a few Yakuza lying on the ground near her. I'm ready to begin. Alright then. Kinseki Station's biggest program of the night begins now.
悪くない戦いだ。
Ta-da!
この私ですら胸の高鳴りを感じたほどだ。
Let's see. What do you think of the Kinseki Kai with Mio on tow? Ooh. I'm not sure how she would do in charge. It feels like she's better as a secretary. And now for Flowing River. The water will wash everything away, but the ways things were before will live on in memory. Boop. Is this gonna be boss fight?
Yes, it's me. I just came back from our died friend's place. Where's Hoshiguma? The venue? What about Mio? Has she dealt with them? No, she left. The traitor! What about the network? Did you record what was going on inside? What about Hoshiguma? Damn it, get the editors out on it now and make the footage of her fight with Mio look like she's completely lost control. What do you mean there's no time? Hacking? Hijacked the network? Can't deal with it? What good are you? Cut the signal if you can't deal with it. The power supply too. The only thing left to air tonight is the apology. Who cares if the signal goes out?
Hello, welcome. Would you like some? Actually, wait, I can't give you that because it has some energy in it. I was gonna say you want some super coffee protein, but it has coffee in it, so oof. But protein.
We can't have someone babbling on my channel. Hello? Chikusha. Lost the signal? You idiot! You demand I come and give a personal explanation. That just gives my enemies a chance to strike. Everything's gone to hell while I was huming that bastard. Even Hanya is gone.
Takes a deep breath.
Calm down. Clean up the mess and start over. It'll be alright. It's not the first time. First, go to the venue and stop those insects. The dad has given the nod on Hoshiguma. All that's left is to clean up public opinion.
Hey, Tetsuya.
Come to cause trouble with your dear Hoshiguma Aneki, have you?
Hoshiguma? Ooh, some peach drink. Oh, it sounds good. Yum. That's a nice sounding visit. Holy cow, though, earlier tonight, that one movie, I was so invested. At the same time, oh my goodness. Speaking of oh my goodness, this line.
Oh my goodness. Should I compliment you for your bravery? Or your adorable stupidity? Look at how beat up you are. Seems like my men were still playing with you, not knowing that you no longer had any use. Who did you grab this real sword from? Tell me, and I'll return it to him before he gets angry. Jinbe, you... Me? I don't have time to play with you, Tetsuya. Your father may have taught you the basics of swordsmanship when you were little, but you have a long way to go before you're ready to use it in a real fight.
Ooh, soup? Oh, soup sounds good too. I'm debating if I'm gonna eat anything for dinner. This protein shake is good enough for a meal, technically, but eh.
A father and son who got turned against each other by a mask. How much do you think you actually understood about the swordplay that he taught you? Turn against? Yes, turn against each other. I've said all I need to say. Now get lost before I change my mind and reunite you with Tessai. You're the one who should be reunited with my father.
Deep breath. I know, countless people are watching me. I must tell them the truth. Oh, it would be good, but you haven't had any because when you bought lunch today, you got 2 of everything so you can have it for dinner too. Ooh. That just means you got super tomorrow. But does it mean anything? They love Momoka Hanyu, they love to watch her panic, and all the kaidan that seem to orbit around her. They love to watch me get scared, not speak the truth, and certainly not the real me. Yes, I'm afraid of even that. I'm a coward. Being afraid is the biggest common denominator between Haruka Shino and Momoka Hanyu. Hello everyone. Good evening. I'm Momoka Hanyu, the girl who's so afraid of kaidan, but who just couldn't seem to get away from them. I'm sorry for disturbing you all after that big accident that just occurred on air.
Momochi?
Did she go missing? How did she suddenly pop up like that?
Was that emergency broadcast really a kaidan?
Is she caught in the middle of a kaidan and looking for help from us? As you can see, I'm standing here before you. Strange things seem to have happened to me all the time. That's all kaidan are. They appear without warning and disappear the same way. But what if I told you that all the kaidan were fake from the very beginning? Momoka, Kinseki Channel's really throwing money at her, into her, playing the disappearing act. What's the kaidan this time? She said they're fake. What? Is she out of her mind? Does she think we're all stupid? Aren't kaidan all around us all the time?
That's what she said. Don't ask me. Watch for yourself.
What if I told you that, with the exception of a handful of kaidan associated with the kami, all the shows that I've been on, all the kaidan that I experienced, all of them were fabricated? I'm not talking about hypotheticals. I'm talking about true lies. Kinseki Station and the Kinseki Talent Agency deceived you, and I unknowingly became their accomplice. I'm sorry. I won't make any excuses for deceiving you. I'll accept any criticism.
I told you, no TV tonight.
My classmate told me that they're airing something really amazing. Look, the kaidan lady spills the beans on fake kaidan. I've been a part of countless lies. For example, the original kaidan, the family home of the Aooni of the Kinseki Kai in Kajimachi that killed its residents. It was no paranormal activity, just actual murder. I now accuse Kohei Mifune, president of Kinseki Channel and the Kinseki Talent Agency, and the de facto leader of the Kinseki Kai Yakuza Syndicate, of being the mastermind behind all this. Without any evidence, he suspected me of being in league with his political opponent Tessai, and plotted to infect me with eripathy when I knew nothing of any of it. The Aooni of Kinseki Kai was exiled from Mitsukue after taking the fall for his crimes many years ago. She was framed for my kidnapping, when in fact, she had saved my life. Hello. When I accidentally stumbled upon the truth behind the kaidan, he wanted to silence me, spreading rumors that I was retiring.
Detective Kurto, upstairs is absolutely fuming. This is the 8th time they're ordering us to cut the signal. What did we do with the last 7 orders? Nothing. You've got it. I know you've been unhappy about me saying that things will get better. I stopped believing it myself at some point. Whatever happens tonight is on me. Let there be one night where the police don't have to grovel to anyone. It's my parting gift to you.
This is what I need to tell you tonight. Next, there's something else I want to tell you about myself. I know a lot of people think I'm overreacting in the shows. You think I'm being dramatic on purpose. What I want to tell you is that fear has been a constant in Momoka Hanyu's entire life. Partly it's because I was told too many horror stories when I was little, but the more important reason is that I grew up in Gokawa, the city infamous for its polluted water. There, fear is not about serial killers roaming the streets at night, unicycles that bring misfortune, or elevators to hell. It's about watching your loved ones becoming bedridden all of a sudden, falling while walking on flat ground, and losing the feeling in their hands. It all happens so naturally, so gradually, and it's too late by the time you realize it. Pretty. ones. I came to meet Sakura to be bathed in people's attention, be it adoring, judging, or scornful. My fear was no longer about pain, illness, and death. It was about viewer ratings, losing fans, pressure from the agency, and fabricated kaidan. It seems such a luxury to fear those things, now that my life is once again under threat. Isn't it a sort of happiness to be afraid of kaidan? We don't need to face true danger. We lie in our beds, screaming at stories we don't know if they're true, and satisfy ourselves with the sensation of our nerves tightening and relaxing again. But I'm afraid I can never enjoy it the same way again. This luxury was lost to me forever when I learned that the kaidan that used to scare me were lies, manifestations of greed, murders, and cover-ups. From this day forth, kaidan shall no longer be part of Momoka Hanyu's life. I hereby announce that I am leaving the Kinseki Talent Agency and disassociating myself from all Kinseki Kai affiliates. You go, girl. Tetsuya is lying on the ground next to Mifune, wounded by life. It is not that the video intended to spare him. Indeed, Mifune wanted to put an end to this quickly many times, only to be forced back by the suicidal attacks of the young Oni, who seemed to be intentionally aiming himself at the tip of Mifune's sword, just to find a chance to take Mifune down with him. Momoka's speech coming through the screen beside him only served as a further distraction, and his trembling hands repeatedly missed their mark. Even as Mifune changed his goal from killing to incapacitation, and then to simply shaking off this maniac in order to deal with the fallout, Tetsuya kept getting up from the ground in spite of all his injuries. Meanwhile, Momoka's speech is drawing to a close. I will continue to walk the performer's path as long as I live. I want to bring hope to others and to tell others plagued by fear that there is someone who was once just like you. Someone who knows how you feel. She will sing your story, act your story. She'll do all she can so that your voices will not fade into darkness. Momoka wipes away a drop of sweat from her brow. Wow, I really said a lot, didn't I? You know, I'm starting to get cold feet now after having said all that. I'm really timid after all. Maybe the kaidan aren't the only lies in our lives. Maybe there are countless more lies like theirs. And the prosperity that we enjoy is built upon these lies.
What is that bitch babbling about? She doesn't know that everything is built upon faith. She doesn't know that if panic spreads...
But this is our life. And it will continue until the end arrives. If it arrives. Even if it is built upon lies, upon bubbles that might shatter tomorrow, it's still our life. A life that I have learned to love. Besides, even if a life like this is destined to disappear someday, it's beautiful, isn't it? An instant of beauty will be the warmth that stays with us through the cold night, even after everything else falls apart. As long as we keep it in our hearts. That's all I want to say. This has been Momoka Hanyu, and I apologize for taking up your valuable time. Perhaps, no, we will meet again. There's no longer any possibility of turning the tables. The video stares blankly at the figure on the screen. Oop.
Oh, you got up again. Shall we continue? The bitch is done babbling. You can try to take revenge for your pop now again.
The young Oni sits his unsteady feet. The Phidias collected himself and identifies an opening that will let him put his sword right through the ribs of the Oni when he makes his move. But the Oni does not move.
Are you scared? No. But even a fool like me can tell that you're finished.
Tetsuya turns around. Mifune's face is ghastly pale, but he does not make a move.
I'm showing my back to you. Aren't you going to kill me? Not in the mood. There are plenty of other people I want to kill first. I'll come find you when they're all dead. Oh, and one more thing.
Mifune stares at Tetsuya's back. Suddenly, he blurts out a sentence that even he himself is unsure why he says it.
The words that I said to your father, they were actually for you.
Tetsuya cannot tell if these words are meant to provoke or to accomplish something else. He turns and casts one glare at Mifune with bloodshot eyes before leaving with unsteady steps. Phew. Everything feels so unreal, like a dream. No, not the Phantom Troop! But Neon's movies would be perfect. She already has an acting career, so why not? Everything feels so surreal, like a dream. After finishing her speech, she fainted on stage out of excitement. Everything that happened next was like a blur. In any case, Hoshiguma went upstairs while Moriuchi, Kichise, and Sarasa took her downstairs. She seems to remember fighting and explosions, but it all felt so far away. Explosions, eh? Where are we, Kichise? Moriuchi-san? Sarasa? Why is Sarasa on the ground? She's asleep? She falls asleep in the TV station too. Does she get tired easily? No time for this. It's my turn to carry her now. Where are you, Momoka? Where's Sarasa? Did you get lost in the alleys? Uh-oh. Oomph.
Gotcha!
Well... Kidnapped again.
I got her. On my own. I might get promoted for this. Good thing I had duct tape on me. She's a singer who knows how loud she can get when she hollers. I dreamed about ninjutsu items before I became a ninja, but it's only the veterans who get to use the good stuff. Well, all I have is trash. Gotta report this upstairs. Gah, I forgot to discharge my terminal so I could enjoy an afternoon of peace and quiet in one of the coffee shops in the alleys. Then this girl just falls into my hands like that. It's definitely my lucky day. Where's my Originium Circuit Hyorogan?
The ninja takes out the Originium Circuit Hyorogan, a spherical Originium appliance with a long wire attached to it, which connects to the depleted terminal.
It's charging so slowly. Hey, how about I pull that tape off your mouth and you sing a song or two for me? Well, it's not like I would do it even if you nodded. Did you know we were looking for you everywhere after you ran away on that motorbike that night? I was the one who searched your house. Boy, was that a crappy place. Big idol like you. I thought you'd be living in a mansion or something, but you didn't have anything worth shit. What's with the collection of garbage by your window anyway? Some kind of weird obsession?
Say that again.
The tape came loose. I thought I put it on right. Who cares? Just a frail little idol. I tell you, not only did I have to check on all that weird garbage you had by the window one by one, I also trimmed that dying plant for you.
You cut Hasuke?
Hasuke. Oh, that tree spot was barely even a weed. Yeah, I did it. What about it? How do you even take care of it? I have no idea because its leaves were all yellow and brittle. No way it was gonna live, so I put it out of its misery. It was a kindness. I've grown flowers before, and it takes patience and endless love and care. You understand? Someone like you.
Bonk him. Avenge your son.
Hey, how did you get up? What kind of crappy duct tape was that? I see, you must know some sort of arts. You're eager, so I guess it's about water. That's it, of course. No wonder the tape came loose. But didn't the vet say that only the infected could use arts without a unit? That's weird. You couldn't have broken the tape with brute force, could you? No, of course not. I doubt you even lifted anything heavier than an apple. Must be arts, definitely. So what? What are you gonna do? Spray water in my face?
Punch him. Bonk him. The novice ninja taunts Momoka, but he keeps his gaze fixed on her eyes. A cornered beast will fight back. And the same is true for the girl in front of him. What kind of arts will she use? Mist? A high-pressure jet? Acid spray, even? He must not let his guard down just because he is facing an idol with no combat experience. It is unlikely that her arts would be particularly powerful, and there'd be even little movement from her microphone-shaped arts unit when she casts. Better to stay focused on her eyes. Her eyes will betray all that she's thinking. For example, murderous intent. Foolish girl not knowing her place. But that is all. Observe her eyes and analyze her intent. Be the timing of casting, direction, or... Why is there no intent other than murder? Before he can react, the ninja feels a dull thud on his head.
What? You hit me in the head with your mic? What kind of arts is...
Bonk. Murderer. Beast. Heartless devil. This is for Hasuke.
Wait, calm down.
No, she is avenging her son. No, I will not. It wasn't dead yet. How could you? How could you kill my Hasuke? Momoko babbles her incoherent vengeful fury, a far cry from the image that she presented on stage just moments ago. Her microphone finds the ninja again and again, striking with a fury that even hell does not know.
Stop, no!
I will kill you, you bastard! I will beat this heartless monster to death! You go, Haruka! I like that. Momoka, what are you doing? I'm killing the bastard who killed my Hasuke. I will rip him from limb to limb. So you're fine? I'm fine. I'm very fine. I'm gonna beat this asshole into a pulp. Momoka, calm down. He's not worth it. We've gotta get out of here. The rain of blows finally comes to an end as footsteps fade into the distance. That other voice must have belonged to Kichise, the one who was with Momoka. Yes, it was Kichise who took Momoka away. It must be her. Thank you, Kichise. You're my lucky star. The novice ninja gives Kichise his most sincere gratitude before passing out. Not that he's in any condition to verbalize it. That's what he gets.
I've been waiting for you. No one can stop you, even after all these years.
Quit posturing. Your men have already scattered. I showed right on in here.
What business does an owl Oni of Kinsekikai have with a man who's already finished? If you came to take revenge for yourself and Tessai, all you need to do is draw your sword.
Hoshiguma shakes her head.
Your crimes have been exposed on your own TV station. Your diet members upstairs won't help you now, no matter how much bribe money he got from you. How he may try to cover up his ill-gotten gains is none of my business. It's enough for me that justice will be served for people you actually killed. You almost sound like a cop.
Yeah, I've been working for the Lungmen police force.
Are you serious?
Yes, I am.
I want to laugh, but I'm not quite sure. But I'm not quite in the mood tonight. I thought the LGD was just a gimmick.
I only came to do what I should have done when I took that step 20 years ago. I came to cut my last ties to Higashi.
And how do you intend to do that? You can't cut yourself off from your past. Karma and fate will always follow you. You can put them in chains, lock them in boxes, but they will escape when you're least prepared, and tear everything into pieces. The only thing you can cut is my throat, and it would be nothing more than a formality if you did so. Nothing more than venting your anger.
Yeah, a formality. There's nothing I want from you or Mitsukue. All I want is a formality. A letter of excommunication. Tell all of Mitsukue that Hoshiguma no longer has anything to do with Mitsukue, the Kinsekikai, or the Ao Oni Kaidan. The tall figure blinks and begins laughing wryly.
I see Lungman has indeed turned you into a cop through and through. But I refuse. With a better way of disassociating someone. Cross-swords with me, rebel against the Oyabun of the Kinsekikai, and there'll be no room left for the Kinsekikai to treat you as one of us, no matter which one of us falls.
Do we really have to do this?
This is the true meaning of finishing unfinished business from 20 years ago. It's just...
Mifune casts a glance around his office.
I rather like this place, and it would be a shame if the mess we made of it. Let's go somewhere else.
Where?
Kajimachi.
You raze it to the ground.
Our memories remain, don't they?
You're one twisted bastard.
Let's go. Maybe we'll even catch the end of the fireworks show.
This dude! My office is too beautiful. We can't fight there. Not in my office. I like this place. Let's go to the place that I tore down instead. Freaking dude. He is so incredibly bonkable. Holy cow. It's kind of amazing how bonkable he is.
全員の行動力を奪う。それでいいだろ
Ooh! Welcome, welcome. Thank you for the raid. Hope you're streaming by well.
今日もよろしくね
Oh gosh, so let me see how I want to do this. Oh, this could work out nicely, actually. Yeah, this looks good. Okay. In a way, he's more bonkable than creepy uncle. He's more annoying.
無事に帰ってこれたら
This guy. Holy cow.
お互い手間が省けるだろ
今から
Okay, actually, where is she facing?
今から戦い方の
Sorry, just stare at her range one more time. This works. Kind of, sort of. Actually, no, here. Yeah.
私の名前を全てのオリジニウムに刻んでやるわよ
Oh, the other story's fun. And how do I do this? Do.
ああイベントにたくさん出てきたけどこんなカオス見たことない
Dear.
止まります
Oh, he's down. Why not? Actually, no, this way.
みんなにコソコソし
Seems good enough for now.
みんなに秘密がバレちゃえばそれはもうバレてないようなものだから
Not really puzzled by spitefulness. More like,
どうしようかな
I just want to punch him. I want to bonk him. He is the saltiest character.
みんなこっち来て
He is so incredibly jealous.
今からどうせ死ぬなら
How dare you choose Hoshiguma over me?
Like, well, now you see why she chooses you, or her over you. Anyone would. Freaking guy.
みんなこっち来て
Oh, the punchy machines are on the loose now.
わあそういうところだったこれで
And let me see if I can get those ones. Oh, oops.
あれがターゲットかようやく私の出番だドキドキ早く離れてくださいお願いします
Oh, they're particularly tough.
これで静かになってくれ
Bonk,
いい
please.
知らせがあんたたちって世界を半分滅ぼしたって超
Oh, I can't see that well, but it's okay.
君たちは
そうすればお互い手間が省ける
Just gotta bonk. Oh,
指定の位置に向か
well, he's coming back up. We should be fine.
危険な戦場はどこ私が死守
I'll just bonk him this way. Oh, that was my bad. I just used a thing without looking what it did.
慌てるなひるんでは
Wait, Mia, what are you doing here, girl?
骨があるよ
Can we just like not fight? Come on. Mio, stop it.
さっさと片付ければ楽に終わる
Mio, seriously, can we just like not?
いい知らせがああ残念ね
We could be
塵も
friends.
残らなかった
Friend enough.
ようやく私の出番さ遺言の伝
No, it's okay. She's not attacking too hard. I just gotta bonk her before she bonks me.
武器なら目の前に
Okay, this is fine.
本気を出す
Boop.
どうしようかな君の正体すぐにわか
Just a little bit more and done. Ta-da! Got him.
No, Madame Oni. I can't let you go any further. I have to save him. Madame Oni! There's no time left. I'll only say once more. Get out of my way. Are you really Madame Oni? Is there any humanity left in you? Why? Why wouldn't I be Madame Oni? Shuji's dead. You killed him. Shuji? You're not Madame Oni anymore. You're just an Oni. A vicious Oni even. You would kill a brother you drank at the same table with, and you wouldn't even hesitate as long as we were in your way. Will you kill me too, vicious Oni? Out of the way, Kotaro. I can't turn back. I must stop Kimbe no matter what. Vicious Oni!
She instinctively raises her sword, pointing it in front of her. The man charges towards her, but the sword goes through his chest, as though he was intentionally impaled himself upon it. Did he do it on purpose, or did she parry his blade then?
Vicious Oni, go to hell. Vicious Oni? Am I a vicious Oni? Oni?
Blood fills her eyes, blinding her. Dang, look at all the bodies. She will cut down anyone who charges at her. She will strike back at any weapon that strikes at her. More cries, the sound of weapons cutting through the night. Discombobulated sounds that blend into a single lump in her chest, beating with her heart, pulsing, until it fully synchronizes with her heartbeat, drowning all other sounds. In the bloody haze, a vicious Oni keeps walking and killing, leaving behind a trail of blood and bodies, until she reaches the run-down shack and kicks the door open. There is no sound there. The vicious Oni stands at the door, cocking her head, as though she's listening for some kind of sound coming from hell that humans cannot hear, until she hears a trembling voice.
Dead.
Who's dead?
The diet candidate is dead.
The giant candidate is dead? The cries fade, the sound of weapons cutting through the air fades, the sound of heartbeat fades, all the sounds grow distant and fade. The only voices from hell echo by her ear, clearer than ever. Oni, vicious Oni, go to hell. Oh, fireworks!
This place. I picked this empty lot by the riverbank, rather than those ruins along the way, so you won't be distracted by the memories. No need to thank me. Good timing too, the fireworks show isn't over yet. What, getting cold feet now?
No. I just wanted to clear up everything before we started fighting.
What else isn't clear?
Only one thing. Where did your hatred come from? I ran into Tetsuya on the TV station and heard from him what happened when Uncle Tetsui died. You didn't have to be so cruel. I don't know how he treated you all these years, but he must not have seen you as an adversary if you got as far as to turn him into a figurehead. Besides, I don't think I did you any wrong. When I came back to Mitsukue, all I wanted was to make sure that my sacrifice wasn't meaningless.
Sacrifice? That's why you make me sick, you and Tetsui. You're a fool, and he's an even bigger fool, even if you really did accidentally kill the candidate. You think he wouldn't know how to frame me for it, since I was there too? He feared you, so I kept waiting for the day when he would make me take responsibility for the murder. It would have been the best result. He would protect his favorite while eliminating a subordinate, then going over his head. As for the little thing about killing one's brothers, what does it matter? Who'll be foolish enough to speak up with Hanya in your hand and support behind you? But he chose to cut ties with his favorite, choosing honor over family. How sickening. Did he really not know that the Oyabuna de Kinsekikai was the furthest thing from honor? Or did he just pretend not to know? Honor is a personal thing. When a group of people start acting in the name of honor, they'll either fall apart or they just dregs the society, fooling themselves. Tessai always liked to boast, thinking about how Yakuza were pathetic outcasts that could only live under the protection of the syndicate. Retired veterans, hoodlums, gamblers, peddlers, orphans, Tessa united them under the banner of Kinsekikai, hoping they would love each other like family. Forget everything before that night for a moment, and let's just talk about what happened after the diet candidate's death. Shimasa tried to blackmail me, Gona tried to undermine me, and Sanoguchi tried to exclude me as he once excluded you. Family? Nothing more than old Tessai's pipe dream. Besides, is there anything more than just an excuse for one's failure to fit into society? What do you say, Officer Hoshiguma? If what he said was true, then what are you and what am I? If this is your idea of fitting into society, I'm glad I was the one who took responsibility. Finally, you're making sense, Officer Hoshiguma. You have no idea how lucky you are. You took responsibility and left. I chose silence and stayed, cleaning up the mess that you and Tessai left behind. Are the public up in arms about the Yakuza killing a diet candidate? Then spend money, build industries, and tread on your own dignity to butter up the real diet members. Getting hit by TV reports, build your own media through crystalline industry, and change the image of the Yakuza. People start to have designs on your budget, on your burgeoning industry. Set your pride aside and cling to the people who have the most use for you. Run to someone that you can't soothe over. Then there's no choice. Eliminate them. And you're complaining about it. Didn't you choose it yourself? Yes, I chose it. I let my own weakness shut my own mouth that night. You chose a twisted path of shame and guilty conscience. Guilty conscience? Don't make me laugh, Officer Hoshiguma. The path I chose showed just how incompetent Tessei was, how hypocritical his honor was, and how close his Kinseki Kai was to destruction. He was an incompetent blind shogi player who began to abandon piece after piece, for his precious Kinseki Kai has changing times threatened to checkmate it. Your incident was just the beginning. The concept of diet had just emerged, and he already abandoned you. When the relationship between North and South was at its most delicate, he was foolish enough to buy weapons from the Northern Court factions just to destroy a gang that was acting out of line in his eyes, one that had better weapons than the Kinseki Kai. He didn't even have that much of a grudge against them, other than the fact that they had once harbored the wandering vicious Oni, who killed his family. Ostensibly, he was taking revenge for his wife and son, and look what came of it. He abandoned Tetsuya's mother and turned Tetsuya against him. As for me, how many times would he have abandoned me, but for the fact that this lieutenant of his never believed in his honor for even a moment? I was proven right time and time again. He's no more than a pawn who thinks himself a king, charging blindly into the fray. Did he think promotion awaited? No, everyone else, friend or foe, was walking in the opposite direction. There's nothing but a dead end waiting for him at the end of the road. To hold back the tide for that fool, clean up his mess, all while getting walked all over by him. I would rather you've killed me in your madness at night. Happy now? Is that enough reason for you to bring your sword or shield to bear? I only have one question. Are you putting on an act? An act? I agree that he could have reinforced his position by putting the blame on you. I can understand why you say that the Oyabun of the Kinseki Kai is the furthest from honor. I believe you when you say that you stemmed the title of the Kinseki Kai's destruction, and that you're angry at Uncle Tessai for being in the way. Then what do you want to say? I just don't know what to think anymore. It was you who brought me back to Kajimachi. It was you who tried to make me lose my reason and eliminate me once and for all. It was you who earned Tetsuya's fervent loyalty. It was you who made him witness his own father's death at your hands. It was you who cut off your own finger in front of Uncle Tessai. It was you who cursed his incompetence, even unto his death. Your analysis was very clear, very rational. I fully understood what you were saying, and how you got to this point. But the clearer and more rational it is, the less I could believe it. Is this really you, or just all one final act of madness, written and directed by yourself, so that I would believe that this is the kind of person you are? Uncle Tessai said that you were faking it when you cut off your little finger that day in Kajimachi. I didn't believe it. But now, I really want to know, how many fingers are there under your left glove? The video freezes. He stares into Hoshiguma's eyes as though waiting for her to avert her gaze. Realizing that it is pointless, he starts and displays his left hand in front of him before slowly removing his glove. A little finger made of machinery rather than flesh and blood trembles where the pinky should be. I want to tell you that the little finger I cut off had been with me for decades, but you wouldn't believe it, would you? Dude. Ha ha, very good, very good. Of all the things you said, there's only one that has a little bit of value. Honor. It's a personal thing. Are you done? Yeah. If you got any men hiding out here, now would be a good time to holler for them. There's only me. No one is hiding. No traps, no tricks. Is the life of a media mogul, a politician's favorite, the Oyabun of the Kinseki Kai, something to be taken so lightly? Mogul? Not for long. Politician, you made sure to put an end to that personally. Oyabun of the Kinseki Kai, remind me who crashed the Ascension ceremony again. If you think I've been acting, congratulations, because I'm tired of it. I'm just a Yakuza backed into a corner. If that's the only death I can have, then I would have a clean battle. A beautiful death. Even if everything you've done up to this point was one big pile of dishonor. I'm not talking about honor. The rusty piece of trash floating around your and Tessai's heads. I'm talking about beauty. What's about to happen may not compare to making a son watch his father die for him. But you cannot deny, there's a beauty to a duel by the riverside under the fireworks, the blood spilling on the banks, perhaps even a head flying in the air.
His obsession with beauty is so strong. Everything he does not find beautiful is just trash them. He's like, ew. Tessai, your thing about honor, disgusting, not beautiful. Nasty. Everything that's not beautiful should just get cast away, huh?
Don't worry, Hoshiguma. In the event that I'm not the one who dies, I'll admit that you wrote a beautiful ending for yourself as a Yakuza.
I don't need it. I'm fighting you for one reason, to cut my last ties with you, with the Kinseki Kai, with Mitsukue, and with Higashi.
Suit yourself, but how should I sing the song of your death in the event that it happens? Who did I kill? An Oni?
An Oni. An Oni who has lost her home forever. Mifune says no more. He pulls his long sword, which seems far too long for most men, but just right for him. The blade is sharp as snow, but hidden in the night, a summer frost that should not be, that could not fade away any moment.
I'd have thought Hoshiguma.
The pompousness that had filled his voice up to this point is completely gone.
When we were young, Tessai took us to watch the snow, here by this very riverside.
I remember.
He said, don't look down on yourself just because you're Yakuza. He said we're descendants of warriors. He said generations after generations of samurai since Shigekazu Onishobu had given their lives for loyalty and righteousness, and we are their legacy. He said that even without noble status, without power, without liege to serve, even without the bloodline of warriors, loyalty and righteousness never die. The warrior spirit never dies. Jingi, Ninkyo, honor in all its names. The warrior spirit lives on, even if it has fallen on hard times, even if it has become distorted, even if it has taken on many different names, even if no bonds of blood tie us. He was spewing nonsense, wasn't he? It was all an act, wasn't it?
Mifune stares straight into Hoshiguma's eyes.
You don't know the answer?
There's only one thing that I know. Someone you hated so much would never put on an act for you.
Sure enough. You trusted him and I trust you. I believe you when you say that Tessai didn't lie to me. I believe that we were the last descendants of warriors here in Nanin Anzai. Mitsukue o Yashiro. As for the true blue-blooded warriors, whose emblems are passed on from generation to generation, I suppose they're all speculating in real estate right now.
Kimbe sneers. Opposite him, the blue flames of rage burn brightly around Hoshiguma. No longer does it burn for Kimbe, but it burns, almost burning through the brightly suffocating night of Mitsukue. Go get him. And then, in the blink of an eye, it's over. The two stand with their backs towards each other, having swapped places in the exchange. Hoshiguma returns her sword to its sheath. Kimbe's figure drops lower and lower until he falls to the ground, no longer able to stand.
You're not injured at all?
I have a slight cut on my face.
What about me? I can feel myself bleeding, Hoshiguma, but I don't want to look. Tell me, how much time do I have left?
Bro. I don't know. I think there'll be someone here soon after I leave. I think you'll live a pretty long time.
Why didn't you kill me?
You and I,
We have nothing to do with each other anymore. There'll be other people to judge you for Uncle Tessai and Momoka. Ha, ha, ha. After all these years, at the end of it all, you won. No, I lost. Completely. You hate the way of the city so very much. I just don't recognize it anymore. It's no longer my home, that's all. Sayonara. We won't meet again. Hoshiguma turns and walks towards the ruins of Kajimachi. Lying on the ground, Kimbe casts his eyes towards the other side of the river as he feels the cold of his own blood leaving his body. The noise and commotion look down coldly on the empty shores on his side, which will soon become much shinier and brighter. The one-horn only walks past the ruins of old buildings, past the indifferent bustle of entertainment district, past the foe who had crossed swords with her moments ago, and into the glaring dark night. And what's my conclusion of Kimbe's hatred? Ooh. There is a mixture of jealousy. I want to say more disgust, jealousy and disgust. Just because he thought Tessai was being hypocritical and not beautiful. In his eyes. All of it was not beautiful. And anything that's not beautiful to him should go poof. A cool breeze blows from behind, bringing fresh liberation and sounds that do not belong to the present. Going into the summer fair with her father and the unscrupulous yatai owner, giving her a net made of the flimsiest paper for scooping fins. That summer night after her father's passing, she licked the apple candy Tessai gave her that did not seem right for her age. The throwing rings, it seems too juvenile for her, but could never seem to hit the mark, as though they were imbued with some sort of arts. Going to the shooting stall with the Holy City of Laterano sign that it only had cheap stuff after getting drunk with her Kinsekikai brothers. She takes one step after another towards these scenes of Higashini's summer nights, but they are ghosts of the past brushing by her, fading into the distance like the one she defeated. And the fireworks. Yes, the fireworks of Higashi's summer nights, which she may never have a chance to see again. Hey, fireworks. So you didn't see any of the fireworks at all? Basically. What, you missed the entire fireworks show? Yeah. That's such a shame, well... At least you'll see this. I couldn't find any fireworks that nice. All I found on Nisa Street was small stuff like this. Don't be sad, okay? Aw, they get a cute little fireworks date. I like that. Why would I be sad? I'm so relieved to hear that. A surprise encounter with someone wearing a surprising smile on her face and carrying a surprising gift. Hoshiguma feels tears coming from her eyes, or to her eyes. The tiny fireworks in front of her seem brighter than the rest of the city combined. It's beautiful. Fleeting, but beautiful. Were the others? Kichise, Sarasa, Moriuchi, and Tetsuya. Kichise and Moriuchi-san are being questioned by the tired-looking cop. They should be coming out soon. Sarasa suddenly fell asleep on one block before we ran to the cops. She told us to just leave her there. By the time I talked to the cops and went back for her, she was nowhere to be seen. As for Tetsuya, I have no idea. Oh, we should also let the police know that Kimbe is still lying on the riverbank, and someone should go and get him. They're already headed over. There you are. What are you doing? Hosting your own fireworks show? Looks like it.
We have someone here who missed the entire thing after all. Gotta make it up somehow, right? Doggo. This is... Kami-sama? What's the matter, Hoshiguma? Did something happen? No, nothing. Just imagining things. It seems that the Kami smiled at her, or perhaps it's always been smiling. The figure begins to fade, and the fireworks that Momoka is holding is close to going out. The last spark fades into the darkness. Oh, that was nice. Poor Tetsuya. I hope he can make a good friend. He needs a friend, at least. He has no mama, he has no dad, he has no... what he thought was a good father figure or uncle. I would not want him to go to Mio. Like, sorry Mio, but no. And now Wayfarer. She's a wayfarer at home. She's found her home as a wayfarer. Really? She wrote just one line? What would I get from lying to you? I have it right here, if you want to read it yourself. Clear throat. Nezek lan tan mao. I heard you pissed. Ne a je off. So bad that you just up and zalmai? That's it, not even a sign off. You found that funny? Oh, I didn't know she was capable of pulling off a cursive script when speed writing. 2. Did you not see this? Did you not set the record straight after she personally slapped this letter onto your head? Commissioner Swire? Stinky rat. Do you think I would have come looking for you if she weren't avoiding me like the plague? You didn't have to. The less we see each other, the better. You... I hereby declare, the last finball and your bow is now mine. Go ahead, consider it a consolation for my inaccurate assumption. You really love to understate things, don't you? How would you want me to phrase it then? You clashed head-on with your grandfather in New Siesta. Can't say I falsely accused you of that, can you? Humph. Though you think I should go have a chat with Hoshiguma? You should. You should. But it's not appropriate for you to do so. I know, she's been avoiding me, and only calls me by my official title when she has to. But I'm sure we haven't become estranged or anything like that. After all, she needs to keep a low profile and avoid rousing any suspicion after all that's happened. Plus, she misunderstood me and is kind of awkward about it now. And one of her elders has passed too. She's not that sensitive. Really? I feel like she can be quite sentimental sometimes. Well, not really. How do I describe that? Wait for Chen Huichie to come back, and maybe she can help you brainstorm your answer. Though what I mean is that her current behavior might not be from overthinking. She's merely trying to mess with you. Kao lo siu, stinking rat! We're thick as thieves, Hoshiguma and I, but she's not one bit as cunning and petty as you. I appreciate the compliment. What a nice lunch those two are having, or dinner. Thank you for the omiyage, Inspector Hoshiguma. No thanks necessary. While you were in Higashi, I happened to visit the Jiangxi Jianbing shop quite a few times and began to enjoy the taste of scallion. I heard you encountered many unpleasant events in Mitsukue. I'm touched you still bothered to bring something back for me after all that. It's what I ought to do anyways. Besides, I did stir up quite a ruckus in Mitsukue. I'd be sorry if the mess had affected you, Mr. Wei, or even Lungmen. Not at all. What I have heard people talk about is your wisdom and courage. You not only cleared your own name, but you also avenged Tesei-san, who was a father to you. That Kimbe was never a good man. It was only natural for him to be arrested and put on trial. Fortunate for him that you have a good heart and didn't take his head. I still have a question for you. No need for formalities, just ask. You weren't this shy last time when I was riding a little fast and you sideswiped me to force me to slow down. Actually, ever since I came back from Mitsukue, I've been thinking, Bungman and Mitsukue, What is the difference between the two? How can I declare myself a Lungman Knight with no hesitation, but I can't seem to consider Misaki my home any longer? Because Mr. Lee manages to try as well? Because Lungman has no so-called kami? No, that can't be it. Hoshiguma, the most important thing is in a city is the people, real living residents. Yeah, he would have preferred his beautiful death. He even set the stage. He's like, we have nice fireworks in the background. We have the water. We have the nice grass. Perfect. But no. Now he's shamed. At least she didn't give him a bad haircut afterwards. Now that would have been overkill for him. People have dreams, and the dreams determine what sort of stories will happen within the boundaries of the city. You mean, Lungman has long since awoken from the dream Misaki is still in. Fortunately, you managed to make some good friends over there. They're probably the best part of my experience in Misaki. Isn't that good enough? I have a bizarre story to share with you too, Inspector. What is it? I've heard that near to Misaki, in Himeto City, a young Kyokaku has appeared. He keeps his face hidden, and though his swordplay isn't stellar, he still manages to overpower his enemies with just a bokuto in hand. Ah, look, he's learning. This young man who seemed ordinary eliminated a gang that had been committing fraud in the city for years. According to him, he walked all the way from Mitsukue to Himeto and would rest no more than a few days there before embarking for the next city. I hope his journey goes well. One more thing, which isn't as strange, but has something to do with you. A police officer dismissed from his post in Mitsukue is now planning to run for diet office. You think the old cop will make it? Odds are 99% no. But should one just quit simply because it's difficult to achieve? True. Alright, that's enough chatting for today. And we're pretty much done with the Jiangbing too. Time for the next round to begin. I did notice you switched to a new ride today. My old pal won't give in without a fight. I didn't expect the pressure to settle in before I started my engine, Inspector. Could it be that you're tired today? 30% maybe.
Here, Chikuwa daikon and burning beast tendon.
Phew.
How's the talent agency stuff going? Good.
Good and bad, but it's coming along nonetheless.
I'm glad to hear that. You cried so much when Hoshiguma left. I thought you'd leave Mitsukue for Lungman too.
I wasn't that down bad. Hoshiguma has her reasons to go, and I have my reasons to stay.
Ha, Momoko-san. I see you've already gained that air of a professional negotiator. And in such a short time.
Save it. It's hot.
Easy, there's no need to rush.
Phew, it's hot, but it tastes so good. You know, I might have to leave the city for a bit.
Going to that Rhodes Island Hoshiguma mentioned?
That's right. I know the Momoka name's already bound tight to me, down to my bones. But I still think maybe in a place where no one knows Momoka Hanyu, Haruka Shino could live a little life of her own.
Hoshiguma will recognize you at least.
Don't cut in, I'm being serious.
Ha ha, alright, who knows. I might visit too, and make a few more friends myself.
Moriuchi-san, how long do you think we can live like this?
What's the sudden topic change? How do I really get what you mean?
I can't explain it, but I feel like days like these are numbered.
Now I'm even more confused.
I mean, how do I put it? Nita Street is full of people every night. The skyscrapers in Kajimachi are almost finished. I walk down the street and 9 out of 10 people are talking about how housing prices are going to go through the roof. All my shows have sold out in a single night, and I shake hands with fans until I grow calluses on my palms. But I get a feeling this will all come to an end pretty soon.
What do you mean? War? An attack on the Northern Court?
They might not have to make the first move. They might be drawn into this by us. Well, that's ominous. Oh, someone's calling.
Business?
No, it's Kijise. Momoka, big news. What is it? Did the real estate market crash? Huh? You still sleep? Did the new project hit a fresh high today? How could it crash? It's about Sarasa. Sarasa? Didn't she leave me to Kuesi after Tetsuya? She sent me a letter with her family crest on it. It's the Nishigoris. The Nishigori clan from the Northern Court's 4 great clans? Ooh, the 4 great. Oh, dang. Sheesh. The event's been fun. I like seeing all the Kami-sama. All the craziness of the Kami. She said that she had fun in Mitsukue, but the noise we made might have been a bit too loud, so she went back to Kusarikawa to hide from her family for a bit. Said she'd come back to look for us once it's safer. How's that for big news? That's pretty big. She mentioned you two and said that she knows that you're starting a talent agency and she'd join if it takes off. My agency? To be an idol? The princess of the Nishigori clan?
Momoka, shh.
If there's nothing else,
There's no rush. Your work is consistent, more so than Mifune. The Kinseki Kai are under you now, but the Kinseki group remains a hot potato with few willing to take over. Have you any interest in picking up his scraps and giving the Kinseki Kai another chance?
no, sir.
Indeed, picking up his legacy is rather easy in theory, but he knows how many hardships stand in the way. Do you intend to remain like this for the rest of your days? A gang leader for a group that has lost their home turf?
I'm just creating a home for people who fell off society's ladder and doing a bit of cleanup work. Besides, there's no way I can possibly drag this on forever if Mitsukue no longer needs a Kinseki Kai. I've had enough of both the Kinseki Kai and the Kinseki group. I came here today to not only fulfill Mifune-san's promise to you, but to also inform you. I've tried my best to deal with the Kinseki Kai's aftermath, and now I bid my farewell.
You made up your mind, so I won't insist on changing it.
Good. Excuse me.
And there she goes. Alas, a beautiful face, but a heart icier than the title than the fields of Ursus. I was trying to be kind, but she just wouldn't appreciate it. How rare. Forget it. Let's take a look at the goods.
The paunchy diet member stands up in a luxurious reception room and walks toward a small door at the back. Shockingly, the room past the door holds no confidential documents or precious metals. Bereft of even entertainment facilities, it merely looks like a simple, sloppy room of a local. Other than the old pachinko machine in the center of the room. Having escaped destruction Kajimachi, it is now connected to the dedicated circuit, emitting light and distorted music. The diet member who appeared quite dignified earlier is jumping at the chance to have a try at the machine. He lifts a huge basket of pachinko balls from the ground. Right before he inserts them into the machine, a voice sounds from behind it. Got your wish?
Yes, Kami-sama. Thank you for your blessing. I'm finally content. Thank you for showing up at my humble home after so long. You stayed with me for so many years, but suddenly vanished the other day, and I was so worried. I thought you'd abandon me. Happy returns.
The Kami swiftly pounces into the top of the machine. All the trouble just for this machine?
Sure enough, I mean, I wouldn't have achieved all this without this machine. All thanks to your blessings.
I don't remember blessing you with anything.
Even if you didn't help me in the recent years, your aid from 20 years ago was enough for the rest of my life.
That again?
Indeed. The incident that turned me from a useless drag into an impressive member of society.
I told you before that had nothing to do with me either.
Ha, I don't believe you. Think about it. What sort of loser was I back then? A jobless hikikomori, unwilling to study or work. To borrow a trendy word of today, yes, a NEET.
Every day I beg my mother for coin to just get a few pachinko rounds in. If I won, I consider myself lucky that day, or unlucky otherwise. But that day, the day that my destiny changed, I saw you in the streets. I got nothing but wins that day. The pachinko balls flowed freely like water, and I even ran out of trays to carry them all. And then I won a fortune big enough to start a business on Nita Street. They were just pachinko balls after all. There's no way I could win more than the house. But you showed up, and it proved to me I was no longer a loser. From that day on, I believe strongly. I was blessed with fortune by you, looked after by a kami. Had I not gotten blessed by you, how could I have won so much at pachinko and used the earnings to speculate and profit till today? I blessed you? Of course. The eye patch. Such an ominous looking view. The past few days, you're gone, yes. I went through so many hurdles. I asked the keymaid to bring me back my pachinko machine. A simple job, no? But I couldn't give the order directly, so I said, take over Kajimachi, come up with a redevelopment plan, and bring back this pachinko machine on the way back, because I have ties to it. And then everything went to shit. The Kajimachi gangs, the Lungman cop, and even Kimei's own artist. What a mess it was. The machine was almost lost to the chaos too. Susakeruna, if something happened to this machine you blessed, then what point is there in turning that piece of rotten land by the river into Mitsukue's commercial center? It's not just me, but the whole Mitsukue too. All of Southern Court is under your watch, which is why we're developing so fast, and our property prices are soaring, right? The Northern Court's bumpkins are scrunching out their faces in anger, but they can't do anything about the fact that you don't want to go over there. With you watching over us, we'll surely improve, for... A drop of sweat slides down his face, not from nervousness, but his passion has gotten him heated up. For eternity. And the kami looks down at him from the top of the machine. Down at his secretly purchased 30-floor-high luxury apartment with VIP exclusive elevators. Down at the most 100-meter-high building. Down at the clamor and chaos of Mitsukue. And then it speaks the line that I was tired of repeating, yet rarely taken seriously. What does any of that have to do with me? The kami jumps out of the tiny room, but the diet member who finally succumbed to his want of a pachinko game does not notice his exit. He will never see the kami ever again after this day.
Huh. How long have they been talking?
3 hours at least, and there's no signs it's ending. Can I go to the bathroom real quick?
Don't even think about running away. You do know that you caused a huge commotion in Mitsukue, attracting 2 of the 8 major family heads, and even nearly caused a dispute between the North and South, do you?
Forget about my old man. At least the old dear from Kano can't do anything to you. You're a priest after all. Even if you're not one of the 8 great clans, your bloodline's pretty.
Enough. You may no longer want to live, but you shouldn't drag your friends down with you. You even sent them letters saying that you were planning to hide in Kusarikawa. They would have been in danger right now if you weren't here, performing Dogaza.
Did you promise Momoka and the rest you risk your life to keep them safe? I'm sure you're a good man, so since you're so eager to help, I'm just going to the bathroom.
Enough praises. The Kano and Ishigori clans, heads will be out here soon. And it'll all be fine if you stay. But if you run, heh.
Stubs.
Are you hungry? I have some chikua here. You can have them if you want.
Arigato. Nom nom nom. Kanushi-sama, I heard the shrine clergy mention you have a daughter.
Yes, I do. She's a little younger than you.
Are you as harsh with her as you are to me? The priest is momentarily stunned, then looks at Sarasa, as if she's a creature he cannot communicate with.
Me? Harsh with Lisa? What are you thinking?
I mean, didn't she run away like I did? I'm still Higashi, but she ran all the way to Syracuse.
About that, Ingrid can explain the whole thing to you if you meet her.
The door suddenly opens. Fortunately, Sarasa noticed earlier the flickering light coming in from the door gap and returns to her dogaza, posed right on time. The priest immediately catches on and straightens his back with head bowed, standing to the side.
Now then, allow me to once again apologize to you and the Kano clan on behalf of the Nishigori clan. We're extremely sorry for the trouble caused by our failure to discipline our younger generation.
Please, there's no need to exaggerate. The important issues are all settled, and I would like to thank your daughter for providing this opportunity for us to hold this discussion in person. Mitsukuo has an incompetent diet member who allows violent gangs to run rampant, and your daughter merely acted in the name of justice. What wrong has she committed? As for the Kami's whereabouts, if I may be so bold, I believe it is best to leave them to appear on their own terms for now. The two clan leaders slowly strolled through the shrine's garden and towards the exit of the divine grounds, as if they have not noticed the two standing and kneeling behind them. So, we're out of trouble?
Technically, yes. It's time to head home, Sarasa.
The old Ager casually calls out as he stands under the torii gate. Sarasa freezes on the spot, her flushed cheeks from the joy of having gotten herself out of trouble turning pale. She raises her head to look up at the little patch of sky encircled by the shrine, closes her eyes and clenches her fist in a position where she believes her father cannot see. Then she puts on an obedient and emotionless expression as she follows her father's steps out of the shrine grounds. Hello, hello. Oh, that was cute. Look at Haruka just standing there. Hey. That was nice. Cute. It was a good event. Holy cow, the Hoshiguma's backstory. Like, dang. I want to know more about the clans. I want to see the clan stuff. Seeing more Kami would also be fun. Clans and Kami, please. I also want to see how some of our other characters are doing. I'm wishing for the best for Haruka. All the best for her. And Utage Ulti would be so fun, if only. But yeah, nice event. I just gotta make sure to farm. Easy enough. But for now, I'll just finish my protein shake, throw in my trash. So with that being said, thank you for stopping by the stream. I hope everyone has a great rest of the day at Epic Gacha Luck. I'll see you guys later. Bye bye. Woohoo! Success.